Okay, let me just go ahead and start this up. Guess we can have like a couple minutes warm up. Just getting live.
Wait, are we live right now or not yet?
Mm-hmm.
I just texted my friend. I asked her, "Yo, am I a good dancer at the club?" And she said, "You're pretty okay." I will take pretty okay. As long as it's not bad, I'll take it.
You're like, man, fuck you, bitch. You don't know me.
Yeah, you're bad. I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, it could be worse.
Then you're just like, you mean bad as in bad,
Yo,
right?
Bad.
Oh, you bad.
Bad,
oh, you bad,
bitch.
bougie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I hope that's the one you're like.
Oh, I've been having internet like issues lately at this time. I honestly feel like it's
that sucks.
it's because I just get like throttled, like because like Spectrum's like, oh, their internet usage is spiking. But I'm not. We'll see. We'll see if it steadies out. I mean, worst case, I have the local recording, so if it does drop out, then it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It would just be unfortunate for people coming.
I have really good internet here. If you want to move here and start producing it here, we could do that too.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's just if you want it, I'm just saying.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Let me just pack. Let me pack my bags real quick.
Yeah, it'll be like 4 hours, but.
Yeah. I'll be there. Real quick. I guess we just...
Oh wait, did you start the music?
No, I didn't yet. I was gonna
Okay.
count it off.
Are you gonna give us an intro?
I thought about it, but I don't know.
Let's just do it for
I don't know
fun.
what I would say.
Let's do
I
it
don't know
for
what I'd
fun.
say.
Let's do it for fun, and we'll say this is the intro, and then we'll keep evolving.
Okay.
Welcome to episode 8 of the podcast. What are we going with are we gonna call it the Almost Awesome Podcast? We're gonna call it Keeping in Touch.
I don't know. Cause like even if we do have it, keep it in touch. Like if our goal changes, then it's just it's weird. I think it's fine.
We stick our foot in we put a flag in the ground. And
so do I need to cross this out and just remake this real quick?
No, it's fine. Because Almost Awesome is our parent company, and then Keeping It in Touch is one of our subsidiaries.
Okay. All right. So,
Yeah.
welcome to podcast number 8. Keep it in touch. Keep in touch with you. Keep in touch with me. Keeping in touch with whoever is in reachable distance. Just touch him.
This is our host, Pyrololo514.
Oh,
Also
please.
known as Mark.
Don't be so formal. You can call
You
me
can
Mark.
follow him on Twitter. You can see his tag on there.
Follow me on Twitter. It's at
Yep.
PirateLolo514 because Pirate Lolo was taken. Even the
What a
Twitter
dick.
me is having better luck than me.
The other 513 Pyrolos were taken.
All 513. Trust me, I've tried. With me is my brother from my mother, Kid Reynolds,
It's true.
the K Doctor. Oh yeah. It is. I was like, it is KDR, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I had to
it
think. I
is.
was like, wait, what?
Some circles know me as KDR. Some know me as Kid Reynolds. Some know me as Matt. Whatever you want.
The real friends call him Matt.
Oof.
Gotcha.
Oof. Everyone else calls me Mr. Gorion.
I expect nothing less. Don't call me Gorion. It's Mr. Gorion. Okay?
That's Mr. to you.
And just in case you guys were wondering, to create an easy mood, to get everybody comfortable, we do have a playlist, a different playlist going on for each podcast, themed to whatever topic we may be talking about or whoever we may be keeping in touch with. So if you're ever curious to find out what that playlist is or how to find it, you can. If you're in chat right now, you can use the command !playlist. If you are watching the VOD, I believe you can still do that on chat. I'm not 100% sure. I think you can still type in chat, like even if it's the VOD. If not, what I'll do. Let's see. Oh,
Boom.
I don't have.
It works.
I don't have my chat up. There we go.
It works. I can verify.
You can type that in chat. You can pause it right now. Get that URL. Look it up on Spotify. If you catch us on YouTube, I'll go ahead and put it in the description below. So that playlist should always be there, I believe, as long as Spotify just keeps the rights to it, or they just keep allowing me to add playlists. But worst case, I'll if that playlist does for some reason bug out or it's not working anymore, I'll find a way to remedy the situation and fix it up and get it back.
Yep. I feel like that's part of it. Like we'll figure out all the kinks as we go along. Keep improving.
We'll find
make it more streamlined, more fine-tuned as we go.
We'll find the hurdles as we run into them.
Yes, sir. I do have a question, actually. Like on the podcast itself, will the recording get muted if we have music?
Possibly the VOD. Oh yeah, the VOD may get muted because it's not copyrighted music.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. Are you doing the recording now, or you only do highlights right now? Or
no, I'm doing both.
Okay.
I have it both, just the full stream and full recording. So I'll have the raw file for sure. So
okay.
I should be able to upload it on YouTube. I don't know if they're gonna do the same thing. There's a chance they might, because it technically the playlist is gonna be playing the full song. Again, I guess we'll figure it out as we go along, and yeah.
That sounds good.
All right.
So, topic of discussion. You can see it here in the overlay. Is date night. So, a little context for the people that might not know Mark or Pirate Lolo that well.
Oh, let's start the playlist.
Oh, you're gonna start the playlist?
Yeah, right.
All right, let's do it. Okay.
I think it'd be a good time, right? Like just to start it up. That's why this playlist is a long playlist. All right.
Nice. You're right.
All right, I'll count it down. I'll count it. I'll do it on go. Right?
Okay.
All right. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I was kind of hoping you were gonna do a 5, 4.
Oh, and like really? Oh, sorry.
But then I was like, wait. But then he can't say go. Oh yeah. I think we're good. I think we're in sync.
Hopefully the music audio is present. Maybe pump it up a bit. All right. So,
Do you want me to check? Or...
you were saying?
Okay.
I'm sure. I think people in chat can let us know if the music audio is too high, too low. If they love the jam, I can pump it up.
Nice. Yeah. So, topic of discussion is date night. So, for those of you guys who don't know, Mark, Pirate Lolo 514, he is single right now, as far as I know, and ready to mingle, and has been mingling.
Ready to mingle? Oh, we'll see. We'll see
you've
if we get
mingled.
there.
Mangled? You've mangled.
I've been mangled. I've been mangled. I've been mangled with.
Is what we can say.
Yeah. You could say that. You could say
so really,
that.
For me, I've been so interested. I think this was a couple weeks ago, or two or 3 weeks ago. You were tweeted about it, actually. That's the first time I heard. I think it was something along the lines of, I don't know if I want to drink just yet because my date's not here. Something like that.
Yeah. So, to put some context into it. So where I live, I don't have good like phone service, right? So hold on, let me toss this down a little bit. Okay, I don't really have good phone service. So in my head, I had talked to her the day before, and we confirmed like where we're gonna go, what time, and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So day of, in my head, I was like, I should probably like just double check, confirm, like, hey, you know, are you still good to go for a day? I was kind of like, fuck it. I was like, yeah, she'll be there. So I start driving, right?
Mm-hmm.
I start driving there, and then I get a bunch of texts at once because since I have no service, I get like 3 texts in a row, and I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, who's texting me in the first place? Nobody texts me. So when I get a text, I'm always caught off guard. I'm like, okay, this is probably something important. I look at it. The 3 texts in a row is from her, the girl I was on a date with. Hey, are you still good? Are you still good for 12? I guess I'll take
verified?
that. Yeah. So and then she was like, oh,
nice.
I guess is that a no?
Oh,
and then she's like, oh, I guess you're out and busy right now.
God.
And I was like, no. I was like, I'm already on my way there. So I messaged her back, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't have service. I literally just got all of this at once. So I text her. I'm like, I'll still be there at 12, like I planned. that was like the whole. If I tell you that I'm gonna be there at 12, I'll be there at like 12.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh my god, I'm so.
It was funny because she was thinking the same way as you were.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to validate. Oh, Mark.
Yeah, I felt so bad. That's okay. Also why I was like, so I get there early.
Wait. Oh, okay.
I get there like.
Wait, can we? Before we get into the whole thing, I just want to know the background of the tweet itself. So that's good. So this is how it all went down.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna get into the actual nitty gritty of the date itself, and we can talk about that then.
Okay.
But there's a couple things I do want to talk about first. The first thing is I think we should establish a code name for her. You know, preserve anonymity. You don't want to put anyone on blast, you know.
I ain't gonna see her again. Oh!
Damn, spoilers. Mark, come on.
Because she's right here.
I know. Oh,
this is a green screen. Shit. It's not keyed.
That would blow my mind if she was actually behind the screen. I would die. I would literally die, and then like her picture shows up at the bottom left, and she's also streaming. I would just die. Okay. So can you give her a code name?
I'm only honestly just thinking of her name. I'm like, no, you can't use that.
No.
And
if you can't, I have some ways we can figure one out.
Cammy, done.
Cammy, all right. Cammy is the name.
Okay.
God, if her name is like Camille,
no.
Okay.
I was just thinking of her name, and I was like, let me think of the most like random name that doesn't have like a connection, because all I was thinking of was like nicknames for her name, and I was like, oh, no, you gotta think the opposite.
yeah. Like
so I just went with first name. I was like, go.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
So you were saying context
yes.
behind my tweet.
Well, I want to know. First off, can you like describe her for us?
She was a short girl. So
Okay.
like my height.
And, like do it from like the perspective of. Well, I guess before you do that, let me take one more step back.
Okay.
So how did you meet her?
I met her on this. It's gonna go really cheesy. I was gonna be like, I met her in a WoW raid one time. I met her on Tinder.
Oh, I was like, damn.
No,
that's awesome.
I haven't played WoW in a long time. I met her on Tinder, and it was like.
Tinder.
We had like some decent conversation. Like it was surprisingly like normal conversation, which I was like, okay, cool. Like I could do this.
I can
like,
talk to people.
Yeah.
So
like, oh wow. I was like, oh wow, I can have like people can have normal conversations on Tinder. I was like, okay. I can rock with
did
this.
you swipe right her for like did you swipe her first? Or did she like you first?
I don't know. Can you tell? On Tinder? Like I guess it would be like
Oh, I think
when you immediately swipe,
right.
then you get the match.
You're right. You're right.
Like I'm not sure how the Tinder algorithm works, to be honest.
Yeah.
For that.
So if that's the case, then so what made you swipe right initially? What was the thing that got you? Or are you one of those? I know a guy, and he literally like goes on Tinder and he just swipes everything.
I've thought about that.
Keeps going.
Sometimes I will. Sometimes I'll do that. But sometimes I'm like let me make sure that I'm like somewhat into them, like a little bit before like
Yeah.
I'm like let me just needlessly swipe, because like if I'm just like needlessly swiping and then I match up with them, it's just like, well, I'm just not gonna say shit anyways. Like, you know what I mean? Like let me put a little bit of time to just make like pre-filter before like you
A
know
little bit.
that happens. So I'm like,
Yeah.
so I got a pre-filter. So like she's pretty. Like she seemed pretty, and then like I guess like like it's weird dating app bios, like sometimes you never know like what you're gonna get with like a bio.
You never know. It's a toss-up.
Yeah. I don't remember what caught me in the bio, but I read something that I was like, okay, sure. Like it was like a mix of the pictures and then like something in the bio I honestly can't remember off the top of my head.
Gotcha. But it was enough.
Yeah, it was enough.
She passed the initial filtering.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which, don't worry,
So-
ladies, it's not too much. Anyways,
So,
the game is
so
always
you guys
on.
matched.
Okay?
You guys
Yeah.
matched. She was pretty, and her
Mhm.
profile was like, some profiles are a complete turn off, and then there's like some that are like, this is okay, and then there's some where like you can actually tell who the person is behind the profile a little bit. It helps.
Yeah, like where it's like the picture's kind of descriptive as to like stuff they're into, or like
Yeah.
what they do. So it's funny because she had a picture. She had a picture standing next to some guy, and I was like, man, what if this guy's like 7 foot, and then she's just also really tall? Like, you know, like you just can't tell. Like it was like, man, what if
Yeah.
she's like 6 foot? And I'm just like, fuck, man. I'm just like, hey, what's up? Hi.
I'm about it.
I mean I'm cool with it. I don't judge. I'm short anyway, so it's expected for me.
Kind of judge, Mark.
They judge me, man. They're like, oh dang, you're 5'2". I'm like, no, I'm like 5'1", honestly. They're like, Jesus Christ, get the fuck out of here.
You can round it up.
Left. It's a rough
sucks.
life, man.
Life of a short person, man.
Yep.
So, anyways, so you guys matched.
Mm-hmm.
Did you message her first?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because most times in Tinder, it's like you have the message first. Like it's just like, like I
like
feel
to
like
set the pace. I feel like you get to set the pace when you do it.
yeah. Like
Do you say something creative, or do you go with like a,
it depends.
hey, what's up?
It depends. Like if I'm feeling creative, like if I feel like I have like a line or something, like I'll go with that, or just something like weird. So like almost just something to like get your attention. But other times I'm just
Yeah.
like if I can't think of anything, I'm just like, nah, fuck it. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? And then we can like let me just see if
maybe it
you'll just say something, and then
If you even-
we'll
if you even
continue.
respond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Nice.
let me dip my toes in the water before I jump right in, and realize
So
the pool's
what-
empty.
What did you do for this one?
So this
Was it,
one,
it was like-
I
it
was
wasn't
just
like
like, this one I was just like, so, because I guess I could have prefaced it at this point, but I was like, so you swiped right on me, an Asian guy. So I was like, so how do you feel about Asians? How do you feel about stereotypes?
Nice.
Because the way I see myself, I picture myself as like a very almost like a very stereotypical Asian. There's a lot of like Asian traits that are like very stereotypical that like are weirdly true, or that I find weirdly true. Like I'm weirdly good at math. Like after taking like math classes, like
Yeah.
again, I'm like I'm not struggling. I'm like, what? I was
Sure.
like, thank God for my blood and my genetics. So I start off with that, and then we started talking, like, because that basically bridged a way for her to be like, so what like, why do you ask that? What do you or
What's-
like what?
It was like your hook.
Yeah,
Nice.
It was like an easy way for me to be like, oh, well, you know, because I'm Asian, I'm good at math. I played piano as a kid. You know, it gives me like a jumping point for me to talk about things that I do or like stuff about me. That's kind of just like casual. Like, let me put myself out there, and then like you can be like, you can add in wherever you would want to, or like you like.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
a conversation.
Yeah.
Nice. That's actually a pretty good line. So you do it. At first, I thought it was going to be like a joke. I thought you were going to have a punchline, but you did it more from like a organic conversation starter.
Yeah. Whereas
Gotcha.
like, it got to the point where it was like, no, you're not like that stereotypical. I was like, I mean, yeah, I don't know kung fu, but I mean, it's like I don't know kung fu and I'm a decent driver, but come on.
So you,
I'm into video games. I'm into anime. I'm weirdly good at math. I know how to play piano. I use chopsticks. I don't know what else.
I use jokes.
I don't know.
So how did you transition from there to asking her out? Did you like get her number on Tinder? Well, you had to have because
I did.
She texted you.
Yeah, I did. Well, it was weird. So we were kind of like talking back and forth, and then at one point, so this I messed up at this point because I should have capitalized at this point right away. I didn't think about it until after I said it, and like a day after, I was like, that was like my chance. So, anyways, I had mentioned that I ate at like an all-you-can-eat place, and like she mentioned that she was kind of like new to Orlando, and she's into barbecue, and I was like, have you ever had like, are you a fan of Korean barbecue? And I mentioned like Easybon because I was like, you can get all-you-can-eat barbecue and you get sushi. So if you like, you know, Korean barbecue and you like sushi, it's a good place to go. And
Good cook for her. Good move.
So she was like, oh, that sounds like super cool. And then I was like, oh well, if you'd want to go, just let me know. Let me know sometime because I'm always down to go. It's like no, you should just ask like right away. Yeah.
What are you doing tomorrow night?
Yeah, but I was like,
you're just giving up the ball.
I was like, I just had Easybon, and I was like, I don't want to have another all you can eat again, like back to back. And I was like, that was kind of why I was like, I don't want to be like, I mean, I guess I could have been smart and be like, oh, do you want to go like next week? But then it feels weird to like, I don't know, for me, like having like a week in advance to like plan that out. It feels weird because then like, if it's like a couple days, like you just be like, all right, like I can just wait until then and then like not say anything and just have a conversation, like have any ideas of conversation at the date. But like if it's a week long, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like it's a weird gap of time.
I get what you're saying. I mean, it's hard. I feel like when you're on a dating profile like Tinder, your attention span is like smaller.
Yeah.
I feel like if you don't talk to someone and like close a deal, aka get a date on like the calendar within like 3 or 4 days, I feel like your like window's already closed.
Yeah.
Unless you're like trying to be friends with them, and that's cool too. But yeah, so that makes sense. So,
but then it got weird.
so wait, so you said let me know when you're free, and then she like said, well, do you want to go? So was it her that said that?
No, it was just like, it was basically okay.
And then you got her number? You're like, text me.
No. So like, she had like ghosted me for like we kind of like stopped talking. Like I followed up like maybe like a day or two later, like with just like a random question. I was like, so like, cause she had mentioned that like she enjoys like staying in her apartment like all the time. I was like, I don't blame you. It's like it's hot in Florida all the time, so going out just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So like I followed up. I was like, oh, so like, are you more of a homebody, or do you enjoy like going out and like exploring places? She had like ghosted me for like maybe like 4 or 5 days, and then she responded back, and I was just like, okay. I was like,
damn.
Okay, sure.
That's an interesting play.
Yeah.
To
and then
come back from the ghost. 4 or 5 days is a long time. I would have.
Yeah.
moved on from that point.
Yeah, that's why I
Me
was just like I had the question there like within like 2 days, and then I was just like, if she doesn't respond, whatever, it's fine. I missed my chance, and then I know. But then she responded back.
Oof.
And then she responded back, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm kind of like a homebody. Like I like, you know, the comforts of home is just nice."
Mm-hmm.
And then I followed up. I was like, "So what would it take for me to get you to go out?"
Oof.
And then she hits me up like a couple days later, and she's like, just give me a place and time." And I was like,
Boom.
"All right." And then we set the place.
You know, you
we
could
set
have
the date.
eliminated
Then,
like 5 steps if you just gave her a place and time
yeah,
at the beginning.
yeah, I know.
So then you guys ended up going to Iseban.
Yeah.
So you guys agreed on that then.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Wow. Well, I mean, that's interesting. So you even had the time gap. You got ghosted for a couple days, and then you still had a time gap, and then you still got the date.
Yeah, after getting
Nice.
kind of ghosted.
Ghosted.
Yeah.
You thought
Theoretically,
you got ghosted.
yeah.
You technically didn't. If she responded, you didn't get ghosted.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
That's awesome. So then, Iseban. So you had the date set up with, I guess. So you went for lunch. That's also an interesting call.
I went for lunch because I was just like, sometimes I think about it like maybe I should ask them out to dinner, but sometimes like I worry like maybe that's like I prefer like a more casual setting. Like I can still do dinner, I'm cool with it, but I feel like in most cases like lunch sounds more casual. It's like easier to go to. Like it's easier to like not be like uptight and like nervous or whatever. So I think like a lunch date is just something simple. Like lunch date or go out to a bar or like, you know, something in the daytime.
Yeah.
So it's not like this is just like some weirdo creep that's gonna I don't even know. I don't know where I'm going with that.
The thing is you're not.
Yeah.
So like,
But like I was just like
that's the
I'm
expectation
cool.
first.
I'm cool to like lunch or dinner. Like it's kind of just like most times I'm like I think it's I feel like the idea of like having a lunch date as opposed to like a dinner date creates like a more casual like feel.
Mm-hmm. I mean that makes sense.
Most
That makes sense.
Most times I'll be like, oh, like if it's especially if it's weekends, I'll be like, oh, you know, do you want to just grab lunch? If it's like weekday, I'll be like, oh, obviously, you know, if you have work, do you want to grab dinner or something? You can do it that way.
Then brunch is also a good move. Brunch is a good move. See, because
Brunch is
lunch
always
is
good.
so the thing for me is I always want to get drinks, like, and drinking at lunch feels a little weird to me. But
Oh,
drinking at brunch you can do, and
That's
then
true,
drinking at dinner you could do.
Yeah.
But I mean, truth be told, you could drink at lunch anyways.
Yeah.
I do it anyways. If I go on a date on that Saturday or Sunday, so that makes sense. And I mean, I like the approach. More casual, I think, is like part of your game. And then you like have clear levels. Because then like when you take them out to dinner, then it's like, oh, it's getting kind of serious.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's like some weird back like history of like stuff where it's just like things got weird, like where it's just like when it was like a dinner, it's like do I offer to go like drive them and pick them up? Like
Ooh, I was gonna ask that.
one girl
I was
was
gonna
like
ask.
one girl thought it was weird, so the next girl I tried it on. Next girl I didn't try it. I was like I won't offer. I'll be like, you know, I'll meet you there. Or like, here's the place, you know, are you cool with this place? She's like, yeah, it's by me. And then I was like, I'll meet you there. And then she was like, are you gonna pick me up? And I was like, I was like, what? I got like the two opposite ends of the spectrum. I was like, dang it.
Oh, I love picking the person up, because then you get like more quality time of just like getting to talk to them. I don't know. I think that's the move I would make.
I do like
mean,
the idea of it, but then
Everyone's
like
gonna be different.
yeah, like that's why like sometimes like I'm just like I'll meet you there.
Yeah, you have to like get a sense of the person. If they're like trustworthy and you're vibing, I feel like pick them up and it's an easy yes.
Yeah.
And then if it's like I'm not 100% sure, let's be casual for now. We're testing the waters. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, like for the first date for sure. Like I'm almost always like I'll meet you there. But like depending on like how the first date goes, if there's like a second or like whatever, then I'll be like, oh, you know, do you want me to pick you up, or like I could drive.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So did you meet Cammy at Izzy Bun? It must
Yeah.
have been.
Yeah.
Based off of the earlier story.
Yeah. So
That's
back
amazing.
to what you
Okay.
originally had said
Yeah.
about my tweet. So
Yeah. Now the story's all connected now.
yeah.
Okay.
So I get there early, and I'm already just like I'm beating myself up. I'm like, oh my god, I should have tried to confirm. Like, I honestly I couldn't have done anything because I didn't have service. Like, I wouldn't have known until I had already left. Like, even if I like tried to send the message, like, who knows if it would have even sent. But like I was just like in my head, I was like, God dang it! I messed it up before I messed up the date before it even started, and then I was like, man, I need a drink to like just get out of my head and like calm down, just like one drink, just to like just smooth it over. But then at the same time, I thought about it, and then I was just like, do I want her? I don't know, like it's first date, and like she's cool with like drinking and stuff. She's kind of like a bougie drinker too. But I was like, do I want her to see me at the bar? Like, you know, is that like the first place I want her to see me, or like, you know, should I just be like waiting like for our table? Like, you know what I mean? So I was like, let me not drink. Most of the times my inclination is to let me drink, let me like get like cozy, comfortable. Yeah. But then usually it tends to go downhill where I get too comfortable, which it's not always a bad thing, I think. And I don't think it's a bad thing, because if I'm too comfortable, like if you get weirded out, then you could dip. You can dip whenever.
You should be in the zone.
Yeah. But
I mean, I'm more on you should do what your instincts say, and not try to factor too much what someone else thinks. Because if you wanted to be at the bar, then I mean that should be you. But also, I love getting there ahead of time and getting a drink at the bar ahead of time, because otherwise you're like just sitting on the couch or like the waiting area. You're kind of like twiddling your thumbs, or you're like sitting at the table.
Yeah, that's what I was.
But then
just
when you're
like
at the
waiting.
bar, I feel like you could be drinking something and like looking. I always feel like I look cool when I'm doing it. So
I thought about it, and I was like, man, I don't want to. I've been having like this internal debate about like me drinking a lot. So I've been like, let's run it sober. Let's see how weird it gets just sober. Once we get to the table, and like if she wants to get a drink, then you know I'll be like, yeah, I'll help myself.
Yeah.
But then I was like, if she's not about it, then I'll be okay.
Nice. So then, see, the thing I don't like about that too is like, can you like put the onus on them to order a drink first, or I guess you can ask. You'd be like, do you want a drink?
Would you want something to drink?
Yeah. So, okay. So you decided not to get a drink. So did you? So you tweeted that at Izzy Bun.
Because I was there early, and then so as I was driving, like I was like, oh yeah, I mean I'll still be there at 12. You know, are you still good? Like I just double checked, like, you know, it seemed like she was like, oh well, this is a no, you canceled. Well, I'm gonna do stuff now.
Yeah.
Which it was understandable. We talked about it later, and like I found out like she sent me the messages around like 10-ish. And I mean I didn't get them till like 11:30, so like it would have been understandable if she was like, well, I don't, you know, I can't do this anymore. But like I'm driving on my way there. I was like, you know, I'll still get there at 12, and I had already like, since I'm already driving, I'd already committed that even if she doesn't show up, then I'm still gonna eat. Duh.
Yeah.
So she tells me, oh, you know, I won't be able to get there at 12, but I'll get there around like 12:15 or so. I was okay. Like I can wait.
Yeah.
So that's why I was also like, you know, I can wait at the bar. But then I was also like, man, 15 minutes, like, that's a long time.
It's
I
a
have
weird
a good amount of drinks.
You could definitely have a drink in 15 minutes.
Yeah. But I was like, let me rock this sober. Let me see how sober me does.
Nice.
And I don't like it. It's not good.
What did you wear?
I had khaki pants, so it's like
Nice.
They're not. I was gonna call them skinny jeans, but they're skinny khakis. I don't know the style.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I had a black short sleeve polo,
Nice.
and then I don't remember what I wore for shoes. I have these. What did I wear for shoes? I have these. I have like these high top like blue shoes. They're like almost look like a jean color, but then they're like outlined in like brownish.
Oh, I know that one. I know. I've seen those.
Yeah.
Nice.
So.
Oh, those are good shoes, actually.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was
That's a
like,
good
man, I
combo.
really like these
combo.
shoes. That work really well. But
So, okay, so you're there. I'm not trying to paint the picture in my head. I can like see you now. So then, like, she gets there. Do you hug her? Or you just say, "Hey, what's up"?
it was weird because when she came
This
in,
is your first time meeting. Right?
this is the first time meeting.
Yeah.
It was weird. And I didn't know how to do it.
Oof.
And drunk me would have been like, I would have been like, all right, I'll just paint the picture. So she comes in. So like, there's like a.
Yes.
So imagine like this, the microphone here. There's
Okay.
there's like an island, right? So I'm on this side of the island. She's coming from this side, right? So she has to walk around this way to see me,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
To see
Okay.
me. So she comes in the door, right? She's walking around, but then the hostess is over here. So she
Yeah.
walks in front, and it like they come at the same time, and it's just like, oh, this. I was like, I don't know how to deal with this at the same time, because the hostess knew like I got up and then like we made like eye contact. I was like, oh, okay, this looks like the girl I saw on Tinder. This isn't a weird thing.
Yeah.
So the hostess came at the same time, and then like it was just kind of like, oh hey, it's both of us were like, oh hey, it's you. You look like the person on Tinder.
And the hostess was
and then
there too.
yeah, and then we just go to the table. Like we just go straight to
Nice.
the table. As it's like, okay.
Ooh, yes.
It was just a weird like.
That's interesting. I would have waited outside.
I thought about it, and I was like, God, I'm gonna be sweating if I'm waiting outside. So that's why I
also
waited
true.
inside, because
Oh,
like
Florida.
I was like, I can't like, of all the things, I don't want to be like just like drenched in sweat when you first meet me, and then like I can't go for a hug because I'm sweating
Yeah.
now. Like
Oh, definitely not.
yeah, that was like no. But then if
Gotcha.
I was at the bar, it would have worked out better. It's whatever. Can't do anything about it now.
So the first meeting, was she like what you expected? I feel like I've like been on a date before, and I thought they were cute on Tinder, and then I saw them in real life, and I'm like, oh my god, you're cuter. And it was like heartwarming.
I don't know. It's like the Tinder pictures were like a good depiction of her. So like
Yeah.
it was like okay, like it wasn't like I don't know, like seeing her in real life compared to like her pictures, like it didn't. There wasn't like a huge like,
It was equal.
difference. Yeah,
Yeah, gotcha.
like it was basically like, oh, this is you.
Yeah. Do you see
Is it
what
really?
Mike said?
Did this never update?
Oh, there you go.
Did it really not update? I swear I did. Oh well.
We're good.
Well, we've been live for half an hour. This is our new league,
Oh.
League of Life.
League of Life.
We're still feeding. Still inting.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, like, you guys first met. What you guys talk about? And you guys did all you can eat, right?
Yeah. We did the all you can eat.
And this was her first time doing Korean barbecue.
I don't think so, because I didn't ask if this is her first time doing Korean barbecue. I asked like, have you ever had Korean barbecue? Like, are you a fan of?
And
Are
then,
you a fan of Korean barbecue? She was like, yeah.
oh,
I'd be
okay.
down for it.
So
Like,
she at least
so
knew.
I don't think it.
Did she cook the meats? Did you cook the meats?
We both kind of did.
Oh, okay.
Like,
But she like knew what to do, so she was like,
yeah.
oh, okay.
'Cause she-
okay.
Because she likes barbecue, so she was like, she was saying it's weird cooking on a grill without like fire, and like, cause like you know how like they have like the mat on top of the grill,
Yeah.
so then like,
Yeah, like
the sauce doesn't like
Teflon thing.
the sauce from the meats doesn't like just dry up on the grill, and they have to switch it out. I explained that, and I was like, I'm glad I know like what that is because I've used it before.
So like, what did you guys talk about? Were sparks flying?
No.
Did you have witty
That's
banter?
why I feel like this.
What did you
this talk is
want to
gonna
get to know about her and the date? Did you like have that in mind already?
I mean, not really. It was just kind of like it was kind of like let me it's like shooting a fish in a barrel. That's the phrase. Like where it's just like let me see if like this clicks and just see. Like worst case I'm having lunch with someone and I'm not like I could be at home prepping food. You know, like I'm at least out like getting to know somebody.
Yeah.
Worst case, let me practice like talking and stuff. So like other than that, like no real kind of like objective is like let me see if like we click or like you know we find like I find out like she's interested in the same things I'm interested in or like we find like some common ground, common footing, and it just didn't happen.
It didn't click? You guys never clicked?
Yeah, not really. It was just kind of just like sometimes just like fishing for conversation for like just like very like casual like oh okay I guess we're moving on from this one.
Yeah, it was like chapters closing, but they were all like it wasn't like a flow.
Yeah.
Ooh. I was at a party yesterday and I was like talking to a girl and it was like that. I'm like, wow, this is like really not fun to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how she probably felt about me too. And I was just like I got in my head. I was just like how do I come off as more interesting? And I was just like, fuck, man. Like I don't even know. Like I thought about it. I was like, I feel like my interests are like they're very niche, but I'm very into them.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, if it doesn't click, then it's just like, well, I don't know what else to talk about.
And then the way I see it is,
like, well,
then it's like, then they weren't the right person.
Yeah, it was like, eh.
So like, what did you do? Like, what did you learn about her, or like, what was your play to sound interesting? What did you talk about yourself?
It was I guess it was kind of funny. Like after we ate, we had like coffee at
Next door.
Yeah, right next to that place, and then we were just hanging out like on the dock.
Ooh,
and we were just
that's
talking.
a good move.
We were just on the dock, like just talking, chit chatting about like different things, like just like I asked her, I was like, what was it like moving here to Orlando from like cause she moved from Boston, and I was like, fuck, that's why I don't like you. And I was like,
Why'd you even go on a date with her?
I didn't know. And then like I asked her, I was like, so like what was it like moving down from like Boston? Like, you know, were you like excited to like go to a new place? Like, you know, like typical like, you know, was it just the money and the job that like brought you down here and that like you kind of like miss home kind of thing? Like,
yeah,
stuff like that. We started talking about that, and then she ended up talking about like her sister and like how she ended up just like she wasn't happy like here, so she ended up just moving to New Zealand just like on a whim.
Damn.
And then like kind of like built her way up and like worked as a server and like, you know, found a way to like have like enough income for like to live pretty much.
Yeah.
And then now she's like doing really well. And like, I was just like, man, that sounds like that's crazy. And then that's like, I was like, I have so much respect for like people who do that. And then I have respect for people who have the courage to do that. Like even if I didn't say this, but I was like, even if they fail, like that takes a lot of courage just to like go out on a whim with like no real plan. Honestly, like it's just like I need a new place of scenery, so I'm just gonna go and we'll see what cards I get dealt, and then we'll figure it out.
Damn, that is awesome.
And I was like, man, like I was telling her, I was like, man, I wish I had the courage to do that. Like I've thought about like doing stuff like that, but it's just like I just can't find that like last push to get me over the edge and just do it.
What was her sister's?
She was just unhappy with like what she was doing here,
Mm.
and she was like, I think I just need to change of place and just. It's like there's nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Nothing to lose, only to gain. Because worst case, she just comes back, and then,
Yeah.
you're back to the same old.
Yeah. It's like interesting. Like at the end of the day, it's not super risky because you kind of always have a safety net somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's like
scary
it
as
wasn't
hell.
like they had like a bad relationship with their parents, so it's just like that safety net to go back is kind of always there,
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's kind of cool. I mean, that's like pretty deep.
Yeah.
But it was like I guess about her sister.
Yeah. So it's like.
Did
I
you
don't
talk
know.
about your brothers?
No, I told her I'm only child. no, I did. She
Said,
yeah,
brother's
she was
the
like,
same thing. He's in Chicago. What's up?
no, I think her sister's married now. But anyways,
Oh.
yeah, I
well,
mentioned I was
like I wanted to meet her sister. I'm just.
I mentioned like she was like she's like, do you have siblings? I was like, yeah, I'm the unfortunate middle child. And then she was telling me that her sister is the middle child, but she got all the love. I was like, that didn't happen here. I was like, what? I was like, that's not how a middle child works. And I thoroughly explained. I was like, no. That's not how middle child works. Middle child is the you're like the old news, and then a new news comes in as the youngest child, and then you're real fucking old news because no one gives a fuck anymore.
Like you're not OG,
Yeah.
but you're not. That's funny. So what was her? What was she? What was Cammy?
She was oldest.
Oh,
She was
okay.
oldest.
Okay.
She was eldest, so
She paved the way.
yeah.
Nice. So then, well, it's interesting. I mean, it sounds like you guys.
Like
at
it was
least
like
were talking.
yeah, like
You guys
it
had
wasn't
coffee afterwards.
it wasn't like
it was flowing.
yeah. It wasn't
But was
like
there-
things
was
were
there no
awkward.
sparks?
Yeah, it was just like there was no click,
Mm.
right? Like it was just like
Yeah.
it's like we're trying to fish for conversation for the sake of having conversation, like in company. Like we're just talking and just it's almost like
Yeah.
if you were just like at like if you were at a small get together and you just like you're just sitting next to somebody and
Yeah.
there's no one else to talk to and you're just like, hey, let's talk because I'm here.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that.
It felt like all small talk
Yeah,
ish. Mm.
and also because I'm terrible at small talk, it's just like I don't know.
The thing is that everyone thinks they're terrible at small talk, but that's just small talk. I feel like everyone is like
Yeah,
same
you
level
kind of
of
fish for the small talk and then you just get into something that like
Yeah.
you're interested in, and then you get like passion, and then
yeah.
things
You
flow.
like have to be bold and not just. I feel like small talk is like too easy to like be on the surface, and then every now and then you have to like show character,
Yeah,
get
that-
in there.
that's why it was cool to like get deep and like really like like almost like talk about life and stuff. But it was
Mhm.
weird because it's just like, man, like when I think about it, I was like, my goals are like very wish-washy.
Oof, that's a hard. Oof, yeah.
So it's just like
Is that
it comes off as
what are
like
your goals?
well, she was like, what do you do now? I was like, oh,
Mhm.
I'm in school for electrical engineering. And it's like, obviously, follow-up's like, what do you want to do with that? And I was like, I want to go into robotics, and like, I'm not 100% sure what I want to do. Like, I have a goal in mind where it's just like, I enjoy the idea of like tinkering and building with stuff and like getting my hands on like new technology or like being on that forefront kind of thing. But also just like, if I had to like put a goal in mind for it, it'd be just like finding ways to make like just simple tasks even easier, just automated.
Mhm.
It's like simple boring tasks that we do every day and just make life easier, so then we can put more time into things that are harder.
Mhm.
So
That's pretty good. That's a good goal.
and then I was also like, I mean, one day maybe we'll build fighting robots and Gundams, and I'll build one.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Is that what
didn't
you
t-
said? I feel
I
like
did-
that's
I did men-
not
I did
how
mention that. I did mention that, and it kind of was like,
Oh.
it was like, oh,
Well,
okay.
I mean, if she doesn't watch,
was
like, you had to keep it.
I
At,
didn't say
like, fighting
Gundams. I was like a
robots.
giant robot. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just kept it vague. I was like, maybe we'll
Yeah,
build like
yeah.
giant fighting robots, and then I'll have made the leg.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, so there was no spark. I
No
mean, that
sparks, no
happens.
clicks.
I mean,
It's
that's
just,
the thing with Tinder. I feel like is you have to just. It's like a numbers game, is how I always think of it.
that
You just have to keep trying, and then
that's what
you'll
I
get
feel like it is
sparks.
with dating. Like you gotta try
Yeah.
and put the effort in. Like, like it because like it was funny because there are no clicks, but I was like, maybe I'm just in my head. Maybe like I so not drinking. I definitely got into my head about like a lot of things and just thinking too much. Where like I was just like, man, I feel like I'm not coming off as interesting. Like I don't like what can I do
You
to like
overthought
spice
it.
it up? Yeah. Like if I had like I want to say it like this, but it's like I feel like if I would have just been cool and like mellow, like said like a drink and like not been like uptight tight, I think I would have been okay. But I think
Yeah.
like that in itself, like I played myself. Like where
Congrats.
like yeah.
Oof.
It was like
See, and then you learn, at least.
yeah.
So what did you guys? So you,
But it
you
was
guys
also
got
like
coffee.
it was also just like a mix of just like me trying to make it happen, like trying to like force like a spark to happen. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where
Well,
it's
you
just like
have to.
I would want to try. Like I'm not here to just be like, oh well, all right, time to dip out. Like let me try to make something happen. You know?
Yeah.
Like that's the whole point of me being there. But
Exactly. So did you guys do anything after coffee?
mm-mm. No,
You
like
guys
I had
just,
asked
parted
her.
ways? Did you hug?
Yeah,
when you
I gave her.
parted ways?
Yeah, I gave her a hug.
Nice.
Because I had asked her, I was like, do you have any plans after this, or like, almost like, would you want to do any? I could have directly asked like, do you want to do anything after this? But I was like, oh, do you have like any plans, like, things to do?
Yeah. You kept
after
it
this.
more.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you didn't have spark, so it was almost also like,
it
do
probably-
I want to do something? After?
Yeah. Yeah. So. But yeah.
So, I mean, based off the conversation, I take it you're not gonna ask her out again.
I did. I was just like on a whim. I was like, man, fuck it. Let's just see. Because worst case, she's straight up with me is like, no, I don't want to. Or she ghosts me. Same thing as a no. If she says
Yeah.
yes, then fuck it, man. Let's go and let's give it another shot. Maybe change of
Okay.
pace, change of venue. Maybe it'll happen. But she said no.
Ooh. Well, you tried.
Yeah. She was honest. She was straight up. She was like, not really. Like she basically said the same thing. She was like, it just didn't really click and like.
Yeah.
Not really interested in pursuing something like this. So I was like, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything. I was just like, cool. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
On to the next.
Yeah.
So like,
And now we're on the next.
are you on the next already?
No.
Do you have something cute? Oh.
No, I gotta get back. I gotta get back and start swiping.
You are grinding right now.
I've been wanting to. Like I was like, I had an idea in my head to make, to utilize this green screen and take some new dating profile pictures. But I
Ooh,
need someone
fun.
to take pictures.
Oh.
So I'd basically,
Yeah.
I would I don't want to say I'd fake pictures, but they'd be super fake as fuck.
Well, but it'd be like funny.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're doing it for like comedic.
Yeah.
Like-
Like I would say like in like my profile that like I'm a photo editor, and like have a bunch of like ridiculous like photos
Yeah.
of me like doing like crazy stuff, like giving a handshake to like Obama or something like
Yeah.
like
It'd be funny. Like
Like ridic-
clearly, like blatantly, obviously fake.
yeah. But almost like where
Yeah.
where like even if they believed it, it'd be a conversation starter,
Yeah. That's a good move.
But then
think
I
it's
just need
funny as
someone.
hell.
I just need someone to take the pictures. But I need to figure out like outfits and like different stuff to wear. But
Yeah.
that's besides the point. But I've thought about
Nice.
doing it. I just need to figure
Nice.
out like a day doing like people, maybe one person.
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, I feel like you could like ask one of our friends or something, and
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be fun.
But sometimes it's weird just like asking like, it's a lot of time. Like, it's like, oh, do you have? I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm like, who would do this practically for free, and just to like have like I would show you the end result, and they'd be like, okay, this is worth the time.
Yeah. I feel like you could find someone that I could imagine like doing that with Favis, but then you'd have to do pictures of him too.
I would. Like
Yeah,
I thought about it.
exactly,
I
and
thought
then it's,
about
like,
like just like offering like fake photo shoots with a green screen
Yeah.
and just do it
That'd
for
be funny.
people.
That'd be really.
But then
funny.
like our circle of friends just has like amazing dating profile dating profiles.
What's wrong with
It's like,
that? That sounds awesome.
sounds awesome, but no one dates Asians here in Orlando.
No one dates Asians.
No one dates
here.
Asian guys
No one dates Asian guys in Orlando
on dating apps.
on dating apps.
Yeah.
Huh. I never used dating apps when I was in Orlando, so
I
don't know,
feel
the
well.
experience has been completely. I don't know anything about it.
I feel like
The
it's
scene
rough.
has to be different.
I feel like it's rough, and I know David kind of mentioned it where he was like, yeah, it's kind of rough, and he was like, he's like, I had to stop using it. It's just like shit wasn't working, and it's like if it did work, it was just like shitty dates.
Yeah. Oof.
So I was like, well, I was like, but I gotta try. You know, like I don't really
think
have
it's fun.
I don't have resources.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do?
It's like training.
Go to my engineering classes and hit on one of the 3 girls in my engineering class? No.
Group projects.
They don't do group projects in engineering. Well, not in my classes. They tried to. They tried to fake it for like a test. Like one of our teachers was like, "Oh, someone asked like, "Oh, can we like partner up for like our lab exams?" And he's like, do teachers do that?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, they definitely do that." And no one said anything because everyone was like, "No, that's not a fucking thing." I was like, "This guy's just an idiot." But
Yeah, I mean, I thought they had like labs and stuff,
yeah.
but yeah.
But anyways,
Can we do like a $5?
yeah, 5-minute break.
Yeah, because I need to put my clothes into the dryer.
Yeah. So we'll take a 5-minute break. So
You
that
can like talk to the.
yeah, I can do a quick summary. You can go do your thing.
Okay, I will be right back. Thank you.
All right. So yeah. So that was kind of it for like the date night. Like it was, things didn't really click, and it was just weird. Like I just felt like I kept trying to like force it, and it was just like, I shouldn't, you know. But here, let me be smart about this. You'll see. Boom. There we go. I don't know. Okay, so I don't know why I'm dropping frames. I know recently I've been having like internet issues, so I apologize. I apologize ahead of time. I'm just dropping frames a lot, but I thank you guys for sitting tight, hanging in there. But hopefully you guys are doing well. I guess let's shoot this out to you guys. So it's just you and me, chat. What sort of dating advice would you give to somebody? Like how do I? Damn, this is gonna be a tough question. What do you do to come off as more interesting? Because I feel like if I have time to think about it, then I get like super into my head about it. I'm like, I can't tell if. No, it's just the other light. I'm like, man, am I this shiny in real life? Maybe that's an interesting talking point. But I don't know. Like I guess it's just a bad habit of mine where I get too much into my head, and then like I guess I'll bring it up when he comes back too. But like there are points where like she could tell that I'm like trying to think of something to say or like thinking of something, and she's like, "What?" She would like give me like questionable look, like almost like, "What's on your mind? What are you thinking about?" And I don't want to be like, "Oh, I'm trying to think of a way to be more appealing to you, or what can I do to be more appealing to you?" Let the girl do more of the talking. Yeah, that's what I try to do, but I guess I just don't have a good way of. I don't have chat on. So yeah, Pinoy, like most of my friends normally advise me to let the girl do more of the talking and then be more interested in them. It's definitely a lot easier that way, but I think I just don't ask the right questions to get them to talk about like what are you interested in, like what are you like, tell me about yourself kind of thing. But honestly, maybe like I just need to be more direct. Like tell me more about yourself. Like what are you into? What do you like doing? What are you passionate about? You know? What gets you going? So, because I could definitely do that and just be like, it's easier for me to be interested in someone else because I'm not interested in myself. But then if I'm not interested in myself, why is someone else gonna be interested in me? You know? But I'm very interested in other people, like especially in people who don't do things that I do, because it's just like it's different. It's something different, something new, you know. So, oh, chat is on. What? Why didn't I see? Some of them aren't coming up. Maybe just not seeing it. But yeah, I mean it was hit or miss. Like sometimes it just doesn't work. So unfortunately, it didn't work for me that time. But can't give up. If you want it to work, then you just gotta keep grinding it out, man. You're not gonna get a hit every time. You're not gonna get lucky and get a hit every time and hit it out of the park. Sometimes you get a strike. Sometimes it's a couple fouls. Sometimes you strike out and you wait back for the rotation. Yeah, the stupid stuff we talk about. I don't know. It definitely is weird. Like I'm so used to being like in a comfortable state of mind on like a buzz, and like not. I'm obviously I'm more comfortable like not being sober, 100% sober. So it's easier for me to like kind of like be more of a goof and like just like be willing to shoot out in the dark for like crazy stuff or crazy conversations. But it definitely is. It's definitely a struggle to kind of break out of that state of mind where it's just like, just pretend like, don't put your date on a pedestal and just, be you. Try to find the best way to be comfortable and just be you and just, talk, because that's what you would want them to see, or at least for me, that's what I would want them to see. Like me in my most comfortable state, me being me, right? Like not. I don't want them to see me being like uptight, nervous, and like being like, "Ooh, what do I talk about?" and stuff like that. So maybe that's why I'm having internet problems. I think.
Hello?
I can't tell if that's thunder or that's just a garbage can rolling. Not sure. But hello, welcome back.
Hey. How's it going? Sorry, it took some time. There's literally 2 people in the elevator that didn't know how to get to the lobby. One going down, and then when I came back up, the guy went up because another guy was going up, and he didn't know where he was going.
Oh dang,
So
that
I had to
sucks.
help him out. It's not exactly intuitive, so.
That's okay.
How's it going? How's the chat going?
It was good. It was just like talking about like what to do. I kind of like shot out the question of like, what can I do to like I basically brought up the situation where like I got into my head about like trying to be interesting, and like there were definitely like pauses in conversation where like she could definitely like see me like kind of like pondering and like thinking, and she'd be like, so what's on your mind? And I'm not gonna be like, I don't know, I'm just trying to be interesting and cool and seem appealing to you, like like
Well, I feel like once you start thinking about being interesting, you've already passed the point of.
Yeah,
You
it
can
was
be
just like,
interesting and cool.
fuck, man.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope, that thinking thing.
I was gonna like turn around and be like, can I get a shot? Shots?
It's like, have you soju before?
I thought about asking. I was going to, and then I was like, maybe I shouldn't. I'm glad I didn't because we ended up ordering too much food, and I felt bad. I was just like,
Oof.
I gotta finish this. I was like, I'm so embarrassed.
Oof. Damn. If
Like,
that's the thing about Ichiban as a
can't, man.
date place, there's like a lot of risks, in my opinion, involved with it. You like smell like smoke afterwards. You're like so full. I feel like no one ever wants to do anything after Ichiban.
Yeah, like I had thought about it too. I was like, what can I do? I brought it up to like a couple friends. I was like, what, like, because I'm terrible at like planning dates. Because most times I'm just like, we'll do whatever we had planned, like the meal or bar or whatever, and then I don't know after that. So I thought about it this time. I was like, all right, let me think about like,
Nice.
is there what's step 2? Like if there's gonna be like a part 2, what is part 2 gonna entail?
Yeah.
And like some people are like, you can walk around. It's like it's hot as balls. It's like you can walk around like Lake Baldwin. I was like, yeah, I mean it'd be nice to like walk, but then it's just, like it'd be nice to walk after like an all you can eat place, like kind of like just walk it off and like so you're not just like vegetating just like full. But I was like, it's so hot and like I don't want to be sweaty and like it's literally just hot and I don't want a girl to like have to go through that. I was like, maybe we can like find an ice cream place and then cool off there or whatever. I was like, I could watch a movie. I was like, Fashion Square's like right there. I could watch a movie and like real quick and like, but they're like, oh, you'll just get sleepy and fall asleep. I was like, no, I go to the movie to watch the movie. That's why I go to the movie.
I don't like going to movies on dates. I feel like you don't get to talk to them.
Yeah, that's true.
That's my only thing about date movies. I love going to movies on dates.
Like where you
in
already
an established
Yeah.
relationship. But the early times, dude, it's like if only you knew an ice cream place.
Yeah, I don't know.
Creamery. Could have gone to the Creamery. We're
Yeah.
not sponsored by them, but you know.
You never know. Free ad space coming at you.
But that would have been a good move. And then if Tonka was working, then you look even cooler. Like, dude, you know the staff here? What the heck? You're so sick. Like, that's how my mind works. That's how I would think.
Yeah, but it's okay. I think it
Yeah.
like I feel like it would have just. It's like more forcing like an inevitable thing.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't,
Yeah.
yeah. But I always have like, yeah, I love doing that. I always have what's the next step plan?
Mm-hmm.
If things go well, what do we do next? And if not, what are my escape routes?
Yeah, I've been
I
trying to
always
think
have
about that now.
both scenarios pre-prepared in my head, just in case.
Yeah. But yeah. That's kind of it. So now like I'm back on it. I'm like, all right, what can I do to like up my dating profile game and like I was talking about it with one of my friends where it's just like some people are like, oh, you gotta just have like a good like bio and like just be true to yourself. It's like no, it's like the first like 2 pictures, like you gotta get their attention with that. And like that's especially the first picture speaks volumes because that's the first thing they see. And at that point, it's either almost immediate. Do I swipe left, swipe right, or do I look for more?
You have to hook them in a little bit.
Yeah, with that first one.
The first picture.
So that's why like it's
even before the bio. Yeah.
Especially before the bio. It's like you could put like you could have like the best bio, but like if your first picture isn't like captivating at all, it's just like, well, fuck that. Not even gonna read the bio, like But.
Yeah, like a girl with a meme first picture, I always swipe. I don't even give them a second chance. Especially if it's a bad meme. If it's actually a funny meme, I'll probably swipe right. But if it's a bad meme, like if if it's a dating profile meme, the bar that I judge on is a lot higher than like a meme like Blinking Airwaves sends me. Those are like all hilarious to me. But if it's on your dating profile, I'm like, yo, this is the statement you want to make to like your potential future husband or like whatever fuckboy. I'm like, yeah, it better be funny as hell.
Oh, man.
So yeah, usually I swipe left on those thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Sometimes you get a hit,
Nice.
sometimes you get a miss, and you just gotta keep rolling. That's that's the big thing, I think. It's just
Yes.
you just can't. Even if there are two things. Depends how bad you want it. And if you want it bad, you gotta keep going. Like, you just can't give up. Like, that's just how it is. Like, if you don't want it, if you're cool with not having it, fuck it. You don't gotta push yourself that hard. But if there's even like a part of you that wants it or wants something to happen, you have to put in the effort.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
that brings me to another interesting thought. Then, are you going to still focus on the dating apps? So this is something that's interesting because you said like dating apps aren't that great in Orlando for Asian dudes, and then Pinoy Boyhoy said it's not entirely true.
Yeah.
So I was like wondering, like, what's your game plan? Are you gonna stick to the dating apps, or are you gonna try to venture?
That's what
outward?
I got. That's what I have right now. Like, I don't know, like that right now. That's like my option. Like, like.
I mean, what about like just going to bars?
I don't know. Like, sometimes I get into my head about it. Like, where it's just like, it's like, how do I gauge? Like, would you be cool having like a talk? Like, I don't like.
You ask him.
Yeah. I can't even like get past like where it's just like just ask them like, hey, do you mind if I sit here? Like, how's it going? Blah blah blah.
Yeah. We have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
It's gonna be super awkward at first.
Oh yeah. But
eventually you just get into the zone.
Yeah. But for now, it's just dating apps, and we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see like if at like random parties. If something happens, then cool.
If fate.
Yeah.
Lets it happen. See, yeah, I can't. I can't think that way. I feel like if something's not working for me, to me, it's like the definition of insanity is trying to do the same thing and expecting different results.
Yeah. I do get that, but I'm also like, what else am I doing? Like right now, like this is like, it's like there's a chance for something to happen, so I'm not gonna be like, well, fuck it. Like, I'm done with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like what else am I doing?
You don't care that much.
Yeah.
Where it's like worth putting up the extra effort.
Yeah. Like, it's like I'm not doing anything else anyway, so like.
Yeah.
Just do it, man.
Yeah.
Worst case,
I got you.
like, I mean, best case, like I'm just learning. I'm learning on the fly. Like I thought about it. I was like, man, I wish I built up dating experience. Like, I want to say like a normal person would have, like in like high school and like in college, like where you're just surrounded by people all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And like now, like it's like I think about it now, where like I'm building my dating experience now.
Yeah.
And it's weird, and I hate it, and I'm just like I feel like I'm just like I'm like 5 grades behind of where like I should be, like like where's.
But I think that's just how it is learning anything new.
Yeah.
At any time.
Yeah. It's like us trying to learn how to play League of Legends.
No, that's way too. It's impossible for us to learn to play League of Legends. God, if we can't even play League of Legends, how are we gonna get into dating?
I don't know. That's the struggle, man. I have to. I can't even use the pickup line. Oh, I'm Diamond 1.
Oof.
Diamond 1, you wanna go on a date? I'll carry you in a couple games.
I was on a date with a girl and she actually played League of Legends.
Oh yeah.
Like a part of the reason why I swiped right was because she played video game.
Uh huh.
And then she was Diamond, and then she asked me what my rank was, and I told her my rank, and I feel like I instantly, like, she like outpowered me at that point. I gave up all my cards.
I would have been like, yeah, but I don't really play that often.
Yeah, that's what I could say, but
But
it
I'm
wasn't
on-
a good
I'm
enough
on all the
excuse.
time.
At that point, I had already given up. Yeah, and I was like, wait, why do you even play League of Legends? I'm out. Nerd.
I hope you fucking decay.
Yeah. So.
But I don't know, like, I know, like, I've always had this thought of just like, how do I meet people, like, in public place, or like just like public outings, and just like yeah, I guess that would be it. Like it's just
Dude,
it's
it's weird as hell.
It's weird.
It's so weird.
But I just gotta
like
get you gotta get comfortable with it.
Yeah.
'Cause
You
like
like
how
literally
else?
just have to talk to strangers and
Yeah.
be comfortable with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's super weird. Like here, it's weird because I don't know anybody. So like every time I go to,
You just-
yesterday I went to a party. It was like a friend's going away party,
Mhm.
and it was like the whole time I was thinking like, man, this is kind of weird because I only know the person going away,
Mhm.
and everyone else is like complete strangers. But I like literally just had to. You just have to small talk with people and like get out there and talk.
Mhm.
We ended up going to the club, which was pretty cool actually. So
True,
it was a
true.
good time. Yeah, but it like I remember going to the place and thinking in my head like, man, is this a bad idea? Like, should I just not go to this? Cause like, oh yeah, I have to try to like meet people. Oh,
Yeah.
it's exhausting. But I feel like it's good to like be able to turn it on when you need it,
Mhm.
and like times when you don't want to.
Yeah.
Like you can just be chill. Yeah,
That's weird. I don't
but
know.
that's life, man.
Yeah.
It's just like I feel like every time like getting to know people at a different chapter in life, it like the game just changes constantly.
Yeah.
Like even from high school to college, the game's different, and then college to postgraduate is like a whole other world too.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like we're just like starting to scratch the surface of it all.
Yeah.
But
Technically, we have
feel
our
like this is,
entire
like, super
lives.
yeah,
But who knows?
it's also interesting because like we're meeting people where there's like no filter at all. So like in college, everyone there is in college,
Mhm.
or they're in FSA, or they're like an engineer. Like you have some sort of glue, but like once you graduate, the whole
It's
ocean
just-
opens up.
Yeah.
So then you have to like be the filter to
Mhm.
find the people versus like having the natural ones, which is like in college, like
Yeah.
yeah. So it becomes pretty interesting,
Yeah.
like having to understand what are your filters. What are your filters? What do you have a type? Like a girl, like if you what would be like some of the criteria you'd look for in a girl?
I don't know. Like sometimes, like when I think about it, like I'm not really sure. Like I feel like when I think about like a girl that I want to be with, like I kind of think of like it's kind of like it just feels like the stereotypical stuff. Like we're just like, I hope that she's into things that I'm into. That like even if she's not, like as long as like we click or like something. As long as like she's into like me, like the genuine me, and I'm into like who she is genuinely, like
Mhm.
the rest will figure it out. But I think like me being able to be comfortable being me and her being able to be comfortable being her, like around me, or like I guess around us, around each other,
Mhm.
and like we're still into each other, like being genuine, then that's kind of it.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, like
That's
you
fine.
can't
I
you
feel
can't
like-
gauge that like off of like external like you really need to get deep down and like really get to know somebody for that.
Yeah. But I feel like that's the thing about you not going to the bar. Is like that's genuinely you. Like you genuinely would have been to the bar. And then so then it's like, well, how can she fall in love with that if you're not going to show her that? And if she doesn't fall in love with it, then who cares? Like she's not the right one. That's how I think about it.
Dang, that's too true.
But then it's hard because like no one likes to get rejected.
Yeah.
And then instead we like start to change who we are to get that acceptance when
Yep.
it's backwards. Like,
Yeah. That's
yeah.
That's basically what's been a good drive for me to work out. I'm just like, man, fuck this. I'm just gonna get ripped so I can be more physically appealing. That like even if I say something stupid, they're just like shh, just shut up and let me touch you. Let me just touch your body. Shh, shh, shh. Don't open your mouth.
I don't think I've
Like-
ever. Well, maybe it's because I'm not ripped. I was gonna say I've never heard that before, but yeah, it's probably because I'm not ripped. That's what I'm missing.
That's
That's a
the
good approach,
goal.
too.
Not the best
And at least
goal,
it's healthy.
but yeah, it's. I'm working out. I'm working out a lot.
Yeah.
It's a good drive.
I mean, it's the same. I think. I mean, it's good. It's focusing on your outward appearance because that's also part of who you are,
Mm.
and like it shows character. Like you're driven, you work out, you care about health.
Driven for
Like-
the wrong reasons, but driven.
Like, you don't have to tell them why. People don't care what you're driven for.
Yeah.
Most people just say, "Oh, I want someone that's driven." Like, yeah, I mean,
I want that ass.
do you even care what the goal is, or do you just want someone that like wants to work on things? But there's something so attractive about that. To me, is like it could literally be anything, but the idea of getting better at something is so cool. I feel like I can never get mad at someone that's trying to get better at something. If it genuinely feels like that, then like it's like when you see someone that's out of shape at the gym, the fucked up people laugh at them. Like that's so fucked up to me. But like everyone else, most of the world I think, sees him or her and they're like, dude, fucking kill it.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Like,
Like I've started to see
all
that
of
where I'm just like, man, when I see like I used to be intimidated, like just like watching people like when people would like lift like double my weight or like whatever I'm doing, like double, triple, I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Like I used to get intimidated by it, but I'm like, no, they could care less what I'm doing. Like I just need to focus on me and like what I'm doing. Like if people are looking in your direction, then let them look. You're doing you. If for all you know, they're looking at you because they want the weights you're using, or you're on the bench and they're waiting for you to be done. That's about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Just grind it out. Like it's. I feel like it's more inspiring to see somebody like really putting their effort and like lifting light weights than to see like that huge buff guy like lifting like 100-pound dumbbells and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like seeing the guy struggle with the low weight is like to me more respectable than like because they're pushing. They're like because like to me
like
struggle.
you can see.
Just seeing them work for it is enough to be like, dude, good for you. Yeah.
But
So yeah, so that's the game plan. Get ripped.
trying to.
Get ripped. Get ripped. Update your profile pic, your Tinder profile pic, and then
I need to find the proper lighting, cause like I have. People don't believe me. I have one better defined V cut. I like have like a half V cut. I have V
Oh, you
cut
know
on
your
one
angle.
side,
You got an
and
angle.
then the other one isn't as potent.
okay.
And then my abs are starting to show, and I'm just like, man, I need to cut so then I can get my lower abs. It's
Yeah.
just like, damn it. But I want it like, I've been hitting like good PRs lately, where I'm just lifting
Nice.
more, and it's just like it feels good. But I know like if I have the cut, like I'm not gonna get those numbers again.
Yeah.
And I could keep going up if I just keep like eating well.
Yeah.
But, man,
Yeah.
like I'm in just because of the fact that like my abs are coming in and like I have like the V cut. I'm just like, fuck, man. I get like it's like I'm so close to this, but I can't do both.
Yeah.
Like I can't keep pushing
Oof.
higher numbers and eating more, and then
Yeah.
also get like lose the body
You
fat.
literally can't have it both.
It's im-
It goes
It's
down
too
to
hard.
like what do you work out for?
like I have to pick one or the other,
Yeah. Oh, that's tough.
and then I have to be okay with losing. I have to be okay with losing one to build the other one up.
Dude,
like the scale.
That's life, man.
It's just like
It's
God, man,
literally
this is the
life.
worst. So
So which one are you picking? What are you leaning towards at least?
it's rough. So okay, so this has been confirmed to me. So my entire life, I thought that the abs was the ideal, right? I mean, times have changed, so I do understand that. But 4 out of 4 girls, I know it's a small sample size, but 4 out of 4 girls, 100% have said if they had to pick between a guy with like nice legs, like thick legs, thick legs and a butt, but thick legs or abs, it's
Yeah.
legs.
Damn,
it's legs.
4 out of 4
4 out of 4.
girls.
I
out of
know
4.
I know it's a small sample size, but it's 100%. 4 out of 4 girls have said legs. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Because I hate legs so much. I hate legs so much.
There's
I'm
like
an upper body guy.
I don't know anybody that loves legs.
That's
That's like
what
hype about it.
that's what I thought too. I'm like, what?
But
No.
girls are, so then I guess that's what
That's why I'm like,
times
well,
are changing.
I'm
Gotta
like,
get on that mindset. Early
I'm like-
adopter.
I'm like, maybe I just gotta stop working on core and just get thick legs, man. It's just
So I
hard.
have
It's
a
hard to get
couple
ripped
follow-up
legs.
questions though, because I am an ab guy. My entire life, I've always thought the same thing. That's literally why I grind.
That's what I thought.
I mean, I work out because I want to look good. That's like my sole reason to work out, personally. I don't give a shit about PRs or anything like that. I just want to look sexy as hell, or at least try to, in my opinion. So, out of those girls, how many of them are in relationships? Is it 4 out of 4?
Well, I don't know, cause
Well,
because 3 of them, no, 1 of them is in a relationship.
Uh-huh.
2 of them, well, technically 3 of them I don't keep up with, so
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know.
Huh. Gotcha. I was gonna say
One of
how
them,
many-
one of them I could keep up with, but that's a different
Yeah.
story. In that,
Oof, that's another.
that's a different
Another time.
that's a different podcast.
Yeah. Okay. Then I have no further questions. I rest my case.
So.
4 out of 4 girls. It's been confirmed.
Yeah, that's
Legs
what I'm
are
like,
in.
well,
Abs
gotta-
are out.
Gotta do legs, man. But I thought about it too. It's just like if you have abs, like if you have two rock harder abs, like a girl's not gonna want like lie down on you because then it's just rough. It's like imagine if you just had like 6 rocks on like your head pillow.
I'm about it.
Jesus. But they're not Tempur-Pedic. They're not memory foam.
My abs are memory foam. You heard it here.
Jesus. You're right here.
You heard-
Oh man. They're like, yo, you might want to see a
Find
doctor
me
for
on
that, man. You swipe right. Kid Reynolds.
I'm gonna change that to my bio. I'm gonna change that to my bio for like a month and see if anyone asks me any questions, or if I get more likes because of it.
Oh, that'd be too funny.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But I did think about that. I was like, I need to have like a shirtless picture for like my. I want to have a shirtless picture for like my first profile picture. Straight up flex.
Do it at the beach or something.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I have a green screen. And that's why I need someone to take a
Straight up
picture so I can just
flex.
fake it.
Damn, it'd be so funny if they
And
were
then
like,
you get the perfect
"Wait,
lighting.
Your body wasn't photoshopped. It's like that's the only real thing in the picture, baby.
I'd be like,
Dude,
you thought the
that's
sharks
all-
in the background were real? No. It's just.
So wait, so if you're gonna get, are you gonna start allocating your, making the jump towards legs?
I mean, I've been trying to
Your
lately,
focus.
where it's just like
Focus.
I guess like workout goal wise, like the simplest one is like the plate measurement. So,
Yeah.
for overhead press, you want to aim for one plate each side. So that's 135 overhead press. Bench press, 2 plates. It's 225. Squat, 3 plates, 315. Deadlift, 4 plates. What was that? 405. So those are kind of like the goals. Like those are like the general goals, but like
Yeah.
obviously depends on like your body type, your body like how
Yeah.
how tall you are and stuff like that. So like I know bench is supposed to be like 1.5 your body weight. You should be able to bench 1.5 your body weight, which is I was able to do a couple days ago, which was
Nice.
my 200 bench. My squat needs to go up a lot. My deadlift's getting there. My deadlift was at 300, almost 300. My squat I just got to work on more. Like I worked out yesterday, and I hit like 195 for 8. And like
Nice.
earlier that week I had maxed out on like 225 for like 1. So I was like, okay, I could probably do more than 225, but
Nice.
we'll see. Like I'm supposed to be able to squat like double my weight, I think. So it's just like
Nice.
two.
So those are the goals.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I don't know how people get like ripped legs, or like how they lose the fat in their legs. I don't know.
Fuck if I know.
I don't know.
I'm still on the abs train.
Like I've seen people
ride
like
it till I
just
die.
like have like ripped legs. I'm like, I don't understand how that works. Maybe
Yeah,
my
me
legs are
neither.
like decently big, but I'm like, I don't know how you get it like rip, or like you can see like
Chiseled.
you can see like you've seen like the horseshoe on like the
Yeah.
triceps, right?
Yeah,
You can get
yeah,
that like
yeah.
on your quads.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't understand like how do you do that? But that's
Where do I start?
yeah.
How was So were you mentioning working out yesterday? How was what's it called? Up in B. Jamis's wardrobe.
I think it worked pretty well. I think
Was it successful?
he had a bunch of clothes, got a bunch of good looking clothes. When we were leaving, I was just like, we were all talking about it. Like we were like talking about like how much like everybody spent. And then I told BJ, I was like, all right, now that you have the clothes, you have to make sure you go out and actually wear them. Don't just leave them in your room. Don't just go out, trying to impress us with your tank top and mesh shorts. Like come out dressing like nice, man. Come out dressing real nice.
Yeah.
Because you have the clothes
stunning.
now. You don't have an excuse.
That's awesome. Where'd you guys spend most of your time?
It's weird. We went to a lot of different places. David was stuck at Nike for like
Buying kicks.
an hour or something. No, he didn't buy shoes. He bought a bunch of like different like clothes and merch and stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, it also didn't help that like there obviously are like a bunch of people at Nike too. So,
Yeah.
but we went to like a bunch of different places. We went to Under Armour. We went to Express. We went to Tilly's. We went to Hurley. We went to where's the other one? We went to like different like skate shops. I don't remember. I can't think of like the names off the top of my head. But like the typical like
Yeah.
like skate surf like shops and stuff.
Yeah.
And like stuff like that.
Nice.
So
That's awesome. So he was it just like a general like he just wanted to revamp his wardrobe? Like back to school shopping?
kind of sort of. I know we had talked like about just like dressing up nicer. Like I know who was it? Once I started getting back into like dating and stuff, like Lori kind of instilled in me like you gotta like up your wardrobe and just like look nice. So like
Ooh.
I thought of it in my head. Like I used to be like, what's the point of dressing up? I don't need to impress anybody. And like I just scratched it. I was like, fuck that. Like even if you're going out, even if I'm going out to hang out with like my bros, I don't have to worry about impressing them. Go out there and impress yourself. Be like, damn, you look good. You look good
Dude.
tonight.
Yes.
Because once you like that's the first step. Like if you feel confident just going out, like looking at yourself in the mirror, going out, then you're gonna exude that. Like even if you're just hanging out with like your friends and stuff, like
Yeah.
if they don't notice it, then I mean obviously you're not trying to impress them. But like some people will. You never know. So
Yeah.
I feel like if anything, impress yourself.
Yes.
Impress yourself because
yes.
you will make
Impress
yourself look
yourself.
better. Because if you can impress yourself, if you can rise above your standards, you're your own hardest critic. So if you can
Yes.
impress yourself, damn, like you're gonna look decent at least.
Yeah.
And especially having like guidelines of like people tell you like, oh, this would look good on you, or like here's an example of like something that like you can dress. Like once you get like that in your mind of like, oh, okay, even someone told me that I look good like wearing this. Let me get a little bit more of it. Let me try out different things and just pick and choose. You never know. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss, but like you gotta try.
Yeah. It's nice because then you have like a rule set
Mm-hmm.
in a certain sense, and then you can like operate within those lines,
Yeah.
which is fun because it's a lot of like different things you can do. But that dude, I love that. You're like impress yourself. I
Yeah.
love like when you like look in the mirror before you leave, and you're like, damn, I look good. Like it just changes the whole like just how you carry yourself.
Exactly.
And then it becomes more than just what you're wearing. It's like literally how you like your aura almost changes, and then it's just for the better. Especially if you I mean, especially if you're impressed, then like that's literally all you needed to do.
Yeah.
Like your personality will take care of the rest of the work.
It's,
So that's sick.
It's basically just like getting started on the right foot.
Yeah.
Like, before anything even starts.
Mm-hmm.
Like at that point, then like you're just shooting for the sky after that.
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome. Well, good for Pajamas. Did you
Hopefully,
get some stuff?
I haven't seen
You stepped
him.
up your
I
game?
haven't seen him yet. I mean, we just went yesterday.
I mean, it was yesterday.
Yeah, but hopefully, if he's watching the stream, or if anybody here is watching the stream, keep an eye out. I'm calling you out, Beachamus. If you come out wearing mesh shorts, man, I'm gonna tell you, go the fuck home and change real quick. Jesus Christ. I would be like, yo, I know you got some good pants. I know you got some good pants at home.
I never realized how many people just like have not bad style. They just don't care about it at all.
Yep.
I've never really looked at it, and yeah, it's actually surprising. And like, there's just, you don't have to do a lot. You just have to know what you look good in, and like know your style, and then own it.
I think the big thing too is just having someone there to tell you, oh, you look good in this, or you would look good in this.
Yes.
Like sometimes, because like sometimes you don't know. Like even for me, like I was like, I don't know like what I would look good in. Like I don't know like how to try on clothes or like what to look for. And then after being kind of like guided and being like, oh, like what, like if you had to pick like these two things, like which one would you pick, and like why?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And like I could be like, oh, I'd like this, and then they could be like, oh, well, I get what you mean, but like you could look better in this, and this is kind of why, or like don't count this one out because you know there's this and this and this, or like just having like a second eye as opposed to just your own.
Yeah. And I think it's super helpful when you're first starting too, because it's like it's hard to tell what you look good in when it's completely new at first.
When you don't know what to look for.
Once you like start, then you understand like what you look good in, and then it becomes like easier and easier, and then you like just define your own style. Then it's like super sick, because then you can start wearing stuff differently, but like with a purpose.
Yeah.
And then it just changes outfits. So it's actually pretty fun. I never really thought about it, and then I was like, I like realized it the other day. I was like at a restaurant, and everyone in line in front of me was wearing like shirts with like rock bands and fish on them, and like khakis and like random ass shoes. I was like, dude, you guys do not know like how to dress yourselves up and like look good.
Sometimes it happens, man. Maybe they were all taking a risk that day, or
but they're
like, fuck it.
Maybe. Who am I to say? Maybe that's their thing.
Maybe.
But I mean, I can objectively say that cargo shorts are not currently in, as far as I know. So maybe I'm dated, but I'm just saying. That's my opinion, my humble opinion. What do I know?
Everyone's entitled to their own opinions, man. That's fine.
Yep. Nice. So that's cool. So those are the levers. The better profile pics. Working out your legs. Focus on the legs.
Legs and abs.
And then there's like the style thing. That's awesome.
And then working on conversations, but that'll come. I just gotta keep talking. Gotta find people to talk to and just keep talking. And listening.
And listening.
Which is the hard one.
Yeah, that is the hard part. But then like it's interesting because like once you start to listen to someone, they basically just give you the answers to the test. Everyone will just naturally say what they want to talk about.
Yeah.
And then you just have to like look for the little hints, the little tells.
But I know I was talking about it with Pinoy because he was in chat earlier when you were gone, and like I was like telling him like sometimes I guess I haven't figured it out yet. Like where, like how to get, like if I'm on a date with someone, how to get them to be like, tell me. I don't know how to, other than, like I could be direct with it, but I don't know like a better way to do it. Of just being like, tell me more about yourself because I'm interested in learning about you. Like, what are you about? What are you passionate about? What drives you like to get up every day? Like, let me hear more about you because I'm more interested in learning about you than talking about me. But I'm sure like that's probably how they feel too, kind of. Like, I don't know. It's like almost just like fishing them out to be
dance.
Like, hey,
yeah,
you tell me about you. Feel free to talk about yourself.
If you're like genuinely interested, then like I feel like it's not like fishing anymore. It's just you really do want to just hear their story.
Yeah, but it's just like how do you find like the phrasing to?
I thought what you said was perfectly fine. I think you say it exactly like that.
Fuck, I gotta get the VOD. Someone clip it. Clip.
What gets you up in the morning? Like what excites you?
Yeah.
And it's interesting. I mean, you can tell a lot about it by the way they can answer that question. And like the people to me that I think don't really know themselves are the ones that have trouble answering what excites them. And they're like, Netflix. I'm like, oh man. But then, so I mean, like when someone says something like that, I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I have to ask more questions. Then it's like, so what do you watch on Netflix? Like, what's your favorite show? And then like you have to me, it's like all about trying to pull out why they love something, because people are not really good at explaining why they love. I don't know, Parks and Rec in Netflix, and like maybe it's because they think like Leslie Knope is like their hero or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then like once you get to that level, then it's like, oh okay.
Then you can kind of get perspective.
But it's really easy to be like, I can't believe she said Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I know it's weird. Like if people ask me like what am I passionate about, I'm like I guess like I enjoy working out a lot. But then it's just like I could get like super into it, and then like it just becomes weird, and I'm just like I feel weird talking about it, like because you can like it depends if they kind of like get it, or like you can obviously like you can tell like when they're like genuinely interested in like hearing about it. But there are times like where I'll start and like okay that's as far as I'm gonna go with it.
Well, you have to like give them like the pitch.
Yeah.
I feel like part of the conversation too is like describing it in a way that pulls them in to ask more questions. It's like this weird dance of trying to make yourself be interesting and then being interested in the other person.
True.
So like, well, like if someone says, someone said that to you, like, what are you passionate about? You say working out. That's like all like, so why is it important to you? Like, why does it get you excited?
Just like being able to like just hone in and zone in on that one task at hand. It's just like it feels good. It's like very stress relieving to just like get to the gym and just clear your mind of everything else and just focus on do this one thing. It just feels good when you can accomplish it, or when you can accomplish it, and when you don't, it also works as like drive for me to be like, dang, I didn't get it today, but I'll be back again. I know where my barrier is. Let's push it. Let's push it every time.
Yeah.
You just keep.
See, that's good. That's like exactly the elevator speed. So when someone says, "What do you like to do?" and you say working out,
I tell what? Sorry,
you should say that as well. Like I like working out because,
I'd be like,
you know, I like having one task at hand. I don't
know.
Improving myself. Yeah. Or they just say shh. I can tell.
Sorry, can you not?
And then they just start.
You see my chest popping out my goddamn shirt. Because they've just been looking at my legs. They're like, this guy doesn't gym.
Yeah. So, I mean, then that's a good reason. And then it gives like so much character about you, other than like working out. Because if you don't understand someone's why, then they just seem like a meathead that likes working out.
I would definitely probably start off with, because I wake up in the morning, I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, God, you're ugly as fuck. Get to the gym. You fucking piece of shit. You can look good.
That's pretty funny too, though. The self-deprecation is good.
I'm like,
There's a fine balance. There's a really
it's just
fine balance,
knowing
but-
when you could do that, where they're like,
Yeah.
oh God.
And you have to make it blatantly like you. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's like your humor. I feel like that's like your humor.
But that's I feel like that's a weird thing with me. Like I've started to realize like so I thought to myself where it's just like, how do I, maybe I get too much into my head about it, but it's like I feel like whenever I go out on these dates, I don't leave an impact. Like I don't have like a, I feel like I don't have like a lasting kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. Like it basically is just an impact where like dang, this stood out about Mark. Like I feel like I feel like I grow onto people. Like it's kind of like a slow burn. Like you kind of get to know me like after a while, and then like it kind of like grows onto you. But I need like, especially for like these like dates and stuff, like for Tinder stuff, it's just like you don't really get a chance to like, it's usually like 1-2 dates and then you either set the deal or it's done, you know?
Yeah. Yep. You gotta make moves.
But like there are times like, go good.
No, like yeah, you just don't have the amount of time to like get to know someone, to grow on them. You have to like do it in like short bursts in the dating scene now.
Which is why like I feel like I get into my head where it's like, what do I for some reason, like in the middle of the date, I can't remind myself to be like, hey, don't forget, like, you gotta leave like an impact. Like I always think about it after, where I'm just like, like where I get the feeling where I'm like there's, I feel like it's like there's nothing I did in this date that I was like, man, this was like a nice first date, or like this is something, like maybe it's like asking too much, but also like, I mean, it doesn't hurt to like think about that, you know, to be like,
yeah, yeah.
What reason did I give you to go out on another date with me? Kind of thing.
That's yeah. And you always want to have that. Otherwise, like, why go on a date with him again?
Yeah. But like I can't, like there time, like I mean, honestly, so far like things haven't panned out well. So like I can't really gauge like, is it just like things didn't click, or like, you know, am I not, like, I don't know. So far it's been like I just haven't left enough of a good impact to have it go well.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, I mean, it takes time.
But
like you're pretty new to like this dating world, and I feel like you also have to like warm up to understand the game of it all, and like to get comfortable of. For me, I remember my first couple dates when I was here, it was pretty similar. Like I felt like we didn't do anything impactful. We didn't like talk about anything like because for me, I always was too busy like trying to play it on the safe side and be like PC and like keep it small talky. And now I'm more on the side of I'm gonna show as much of my personality as possible, and we either completely hate each other and we just leave, or like we're gonna click
follow up,
and it's gonna be amazing. Or like I mean either way, like it becomes a reason for them to want to have another date because they know me more than just like a guy that they can small talk with.
Yeah.
But it's hard. I don't know. I mean, it is really difficult, and it takes time.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks, but it's a learning experience. That's like, I just keep taking it as that, where it's just like you're gonna. Some people have the luck. Some people have the skill to just like get off on the right foot and just keep running. Like, I mean, not everyone's gonna have that luck, and like you gotta struggle. You gotta learn somehow. And the best way to learn is to fail, because when you fail, that's when you learn. When you're doing well all the time, you're never gonna know like, oh, you know, is this something I could improve on? Is this, you know, what could I do better? Because everything's just kind of going your way. So I feel like even though things haven't panned out amazingly well yet, I'm learning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning
It's
every
like the
time.
best way to like look at it. Otherwise, like yeah, you'll like.
Oh yeah,
To
it
me,
sucks.
I lose my mind. Like, oh, another L. Oh, another L. Now I feel like it's super funny because I can like, even if I completely botch a date, which I've done multiple times, I think the stories are so funny now, like really hilarious, and it makes it like so great. Did I tell
Yeah.
you the one about like we went to a date in Chinatown?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, so I went on a date with a girl. And we were in Chinatown, which like in the daytime it's fine because it's like busy, but we were getting food for dinner,
Hmm.
and it was like I think it was like 1 a.m. by then because we had gotten drinks and then we went to Chinatown. And then we were like, okay, you're gonna call an Uber, I'm gonna call an Uber. Okay, we'll go our separate ways.
Hmm.
And then my Uber got there before her Uber got there.
Uh huh.
So then I left her in this like not that great area of the city to like wait for her, even though it was probably like a 3 to 5 minute wait, like the difference between our Ubers getting there. I like just left her there, and I'm like sitting in the Uber, and I'm like, oh, that went pretty well. And then I like looked back, and I'm like, oh my god, I literally just left this girl in like this random ass part of town. Oh, it was like, oh, why didn't I just wait for her Uber to come?
Come on, we're all adults. It's 2019. She's a strong, independent woman with no need for a man. It's okay. You did the right thing. You let her spread her wings and fly.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
She never texted me she got home okay, so I just kind of.
Jesus. I think this is where we're gonna end this podcast. I think this is gonna be it for the podcast. We won't be doing another one for a good amount of time.
Whoop, whoop. Oh, shit.
Fuck. Get the blunderbuss. Papa, get out.
But yeah, I feel like now they're just like funny stories, and I like they're lessons learned. Now I'll like never go through it again. Every time now, the move now is call an Uber for the girl. And I'm like, damn, that's a good move. Yeah, but it's fun. It's like things that to me, it's like all those like small things that also add up. Like I like to see dating as like a bunch of like when you're in a date, it's like a bunch of little hurdles that like you could turn to your favor or you mess up, and like each one kind of differentiates you, and then your goal is to be as far away from like the middle as possible. I would rather be really far from the bottom, or like really low because like I completely botched it, or I kept making the right decision and it like hit off. But most of the times I'm like probably just a little bit above average. But yeah, getting better. Yeah. Oh, you might be muted. I can't hear you. Yeah, that's weird.
Hello. Check. Uh-oh. It's because my... Check. 1, 2.
Reading the stream too,
Hello?
and I couldn't hear you on there either.
Check. Hello?
Oh, there you go. I can hear you now.
So, the plug on my mic got, like, unplugged. Slightly unplugged.
Uh-huh.
So, like, I had to re-plug it in.
like-
So, on stream, it came back up. But on Discord, I have to, like, change the input and then change it back.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But man, I was hoping to get to. Wow, we're kind of close on time, because I forgot I had to go through my check-in, but I could do that. I can do that another time. Because that's the thing I wanted to talk about, because there's some deep stuff in there, some deep good talks, but I'll save it for next time, because we're kind of close.
What time are we?
We're at
10:30.
We're like 1:50.
Holy moly!
But technically, I started recording early,
Yeah, so we're probably like
So-
1:30-ish.
Maybe. Maybe-ish, but it's up to you if you got time. So I'm good, but it's all. I think you're the one with more of a constraint
Yeah.
than me.
Well, I have to fold my laundry,
Oh.
and I have to pack.
Oh, that's true, because you got a flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but your flight's
man.
not till 9. Come on, dude.
Yeah, no. But then I like have to come home and then pack. It's like so much.
Ah, come on.
It's not so much. And it's like a work trip too, so it's like I know all the clothes I'm gonna wear.
True.
Like so packing is gonna be easy. I like really don't want to go on this work trip, but yeah, my other coworker can't go, so
Where are you going to?
Salt Lake City
Ooh, okay.
actually.
How long?
So I'll be there. So I get there Monday night, and then I fly out Friday. So basically the whole week. Yeah. So it should be a good trip. But
Nice.
it's also weird. So apparently I didn't know this about Salt Lake City, but it's like very Mormonized. Like I guess it's like a Mormon city, or like a lot of the population are Mormons.
Mhm.
So they're very conservative. And then they tax alcohol a lot,
Oh.
and they weaken it too.
Oof.
So like if you go to a bar and you get beer, it's like less alcohol percentage there, and
Huh.
it's more expensive
Huh.
because they really want to like dissuade people from drinking. So
I
then,
mean, that would work.
The way you're supposed to do it is like yeah. I'm like 100% it worked. When I was there last time, I was like, I don't want to drink here. It sucked. I'm paying more for less alcohol. Like,
Yeah.
but so what you do there apparently is they do that at bars, but you can buy like a 6-pack and it's like normal because it's
Oh,
just distributed
right.
like everything else. So everyone there, no one like drinks.
Goes to
I guess
bars?
in bars, or like
Huh.
I guess clubs aren't really that big there. I'm guessing.
Huh.
So everyone just like drinks at home,
Ha.
which I guess it's safer.
Yeah, that's true.
And so that'll be. It should be an interesting trip.
True.
I think
True.
we'll get a lot done. But yeah, it just sucks because there's like you can't go to any bars.
Yeah.
Like that's what I would do after work if I don't know anywhere else and don't know anything else to do. It's like in the middle of basically nowhere, and I can't snowboard because it's like summer. So,
Oh yeah. That's true.
yeah. But either way, like I like traveling, so I think it'll be fun.
Yeah. Just getting out of your home nest.
Yeah.
Just change of place for a bit.
Yeah. Like a new environment. I get to work with like other coworkers on like projects. It's a good time. It's a good time. Yeah. So I don't know. I would say I probably like have 10 or 15 more minutes left. So I think we can. I would love to hear it.
You sure?
Yeah.
I don't know if we could go through it in 15. We'll see. Because I thought this talk was gonna be. I originally thought this talk was gonna be long. Then I thought it was gonna be short. And then
It was long.
it ended up being long. All right. I'm opening Chrome, like messed up everything on my computer, so I'm just gonna open it on my phone. I look
Okay.
very professional doing this. Dang, this. Okay, so you can interrupt me at any point. I'll just put that one out there, just because we were on a time constraint. Because there's a lot.
Okay.
All right, so this was. Dang, this is where shit's gonna get deep. This was about. This is earlier last week. Was the 12th? Yeah, it was
So,
literally
yeah.
like almost a week ago.
Really, almost a week ago, yeah.
Dang. Okay. Yeah, this was so for context for this, I had to. It was tough to like drag myself to go to the gym, and I'm just like, I've been telling myself it's felt good. It feels. I've been so like grateful that going to the gym has become like so ingrained into me that it's like a habit. Where like
Mhm.
it just feels weird not going to the gym, or like I feel bad for not going to the gym. Like, or it's just like God, like I feel so lazy. Like I should have done something. It's almost like brushing your teeth. It's like not brushing your teeth before you go to bed. It's just like God, like,
Yeah.
you should have just done it. It's just something simple, something quick and easy, and just feel a lot better. But anyways, each day gets more and more rough. The morning starts off with negative thoughts, and it definitely carries throughout the rest of the day. I've been trying to listen to motivational videos on YouTube to help me shake the thoughts. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I thought that gym was the one consoling thing I had. I'm slowly losing the motivation to go. Even when I go, the drive to push harder just isn't there. Maybe my body just needs some time to properly recover, but I definitely feel that my mindset isn't there. Feeling really shitty lately. One thought that stands out: no matter how much you change the outside, it won't change what's inside. A polished piece of shit is still a piece of shit. That's literally me. I've been working on my physical appearance to hide who I really am, but no matter how much work I put into the gym, it won't change who I am personally. The thought has been creeping in my mind, but it's pretty prominent today. Cut out the people in your life that don't help build you up. Don't let them weigh you down. Again, I'm definitely that guy. I have too many personal issues that I don't even know how to deal with. I don't have punctuation in this. I have too many personal issues that I don't even know how to deal with. That I try to ask my friends for help, but now it seems as though that's the only time I reach out to them. So I'm the weak link, the unnecessary burden that should be cut. This thought alone makes it so tough to even want to attempt to ask for help. Even just a voice of reason or a shoulder to lean on. I've dug this hole myself, and I shouldn't drag anyone else down with me. How do I ask for help when I know I need it, but I know I shouldn't just toss it on my friends? I want to ask for help. I know I need it, but I convince myself to shut up, stay quiet, because no one wants to hear your shit. They're tired of hearing the same bullshit from you. It doesn't help at all that I have no idea how to deal with this. I'm broken as fuck. So, it got rough and pretty bad.
Yeah, that's dark.
We're just like,
But
go ahead.
but you have to reach out to your friends. Like, I mean, that's why we're friends. The whole the weak link thing is a dangerous. That's you just being way too hard on yourself. And I mean, we're here. This is exactly why we exist. But it also is like I mean, it's interesting. Like, well, what are you gonna change? Like, what are you changing in your life? What's like your action plan? What are your next steps to step up your game?
So I don't know, honestly. Slowly figuring it out, but it's just definitely reading this book and just going through some of the processes of it is definitely helping. Sometimes it's just too many negative thoughts just pile up all at once. And some days it's just I can easily just be brush it off, find something motivational, some positive energy, just on YouTube or just on Instagram or something to just get me up and going. And
Yeah.
some days it's just it just piles on and piles on. It's just fuck, man. And there are times where I'm I it helps to brush it off, but sometimes I'm all right, maybe you do need to face this and see what's going on in your head, what's causing this to keep coming up. Since this is a constant thing most of the times.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I'm never gonna deal with it, I don't, maybe it's not the right way to deal with it, but I feel I can't just keep brushing it off to the side and hoping I'll deal with it later. I'll forget about it because it clearly just keeps coming back. So I'm
Yeah.
I need to face it and deal with it, and there are times where it's just it's I have to. I feel I have to learn how to deal with it myself at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's in the end, it's just me. I'm not always gonna have someone I'm not gonna have someone always there. Like, I need to be able to like manage this somehow. And if not, like, I can reach out. But like, I feel like I do a shitty job of dealing with it myself, and I need to learn how to. Yeah.
So the way I look at this, and it sounds weird comparing these two problems, but it's like just like what you mentioned when it comes to going shopping for clothes for your first time. Like, the thing about the problem you're facing now is it sounds like, I mean, it is something you're gonna have to solve for on your own, but like your friends are there to help say, hey, this is like what we think looks good on you. Like, they can be that extra perspective that you need to see. And then eventually you grow and you can understand how to solve for the problem yourself. But if you take it all on your own, like, it's so hard. And I mean, truth be told, to be honest, it sounds like you don't have a concrete plan right now. All you're saying is like, I'm gonna do it myself. But if I asked you what your plan was and you didn't have anything, you just said, I know how I want to do it, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. And unless you can answer that, the way I mean, it's just like any problem. If I don't know how to answer it, I have to ask someone else. Like, how would they go about it? And I think you do it by talking to people. But otherwise, like, no one knows like what's actually going on with you, and no one can help.
Yeah. I hate the feeling of just. I hate that feeling of just being like, I have something deep I want to talk about. Like, I have a personal problem, and like, it feels like I'm that guy that's like, always has like that. Like, I feel like I'm just like troublesome. Like, where it's just like you're always troubled. Like, what's I don't know.
Thing is then, like, if that's the case, there's always a root cause. Every problem has a root cause, and first off, it's a bad mindset. It's a flawed one. You're taking like way too much responsibility, and like, people, as far as I know, don't see you that way. No one sees you that way. You see yourself that way, and there's a major disconnect on how you see yourself and how other people see you. Because I could probably ask most of our friends, I mean, I'm assuming, but I would say most of them wouldn't see you in that way or light, even close to it. And then it should be told you're being unfair to yourself. But like, that's the problem you have to solve for. Because until you fix that incongruency, like, you'll always have this festering under you, and us as your friends won't know how to help. We can sense something's wrong, but we don't know what's actually going on. And unless you open it up, it's not our problem. Like, we
can't help if you don't know that there's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a dangerous. Yeah, that's a really. I mean, it's just you're being way too hard on yourself. It's so easy to do that, but it's just not fair.
Yeah. I don't know. It just feels like. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a hard.
No, I feel
problem.
like I'm just gonna go around in like a circular argument, and that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
Or like it'd be like a circular conversation. I'm like, yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I think it's a. And the thing is like I mean, we mentioned this a little bit last week, but I think people actually like talking about these things. It's just really hard to have the courage to talk about something that has a lot of weight to it, like this. When like, I mean, we most of the time we talk to our friends, we're barely talking about content, like actual deep
Like
stuff.
meaningful
Like we're playing
conversation.
video games,
Mm.
and we're kind of talking on the side, or we're at a party, and we're just like drinking,
Yeah.
playing beer pong, and talking.
Yeah.
But like very few times do we just sit down and have like a good opportunity to like actually listen.
Mm.
But I think you can make those opportunities. It's just you have to have the courage to,
Yeah.
set those up.
It's just like dating and having the courage to just walk up to somebody and start that conversation. Except
Yeah,
it shouldn't be as weird because they're your friends.
exactly. You already know they love you, so you're kind of already you have advantage.
It's just
Yeah.
rough.
I get it. I mean, it is really hard. Have you like talked to anyone else about it?
Just some things. Like that stuff happened recently, where it's just like a culmination of just like I thought about like the times like where just it got into my head where I was just like, man, I'm just like asking people to hang out so I can be like, well, like I would be straight up and honest, be like, hey, do you have time to talk about like stuff? Because like I got a lot of stuff on my mind, and I just gotta get it out.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be upfront, not be like, hey, do you want to hang out and like have drinks, and then just like throw this curveball. So most times I'm straight up be like, hey, shit's rough.
I'm going through
Shit is rough today,
talk.
and
Yeah.
you had some time.
And not a single that's a perfectly good excuse to talk to somebody. And I mean, the transparency is important. Like you shouldn't be like, yo, you want to get drinks? Then you just like
Yeah,
lay
be
it
like,
on them.
Ooh, curveball, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
The thing to me that's like, it's not aggravating, but we do like, I know me and you, we have these talks a good amount of times. But the thing that I think we miss a lot is like, what are the next steps? Like, what's the action you're gonna take that's gonna change something? And maybe it is talking about it more, or I don't know what else. Maybe it's like reading more books, like the one you have in the bag.
I gotta get to the
know.
secrets of the book, man. I gotta read farther
Yeah.
and figure it out. Get the
Yeah.
guide. I haven't reached that point in the guidebook yet.
Well, and that's why I love books too, is that it's literally people that have gone through this stuff and had the courage to write about it and like have an answer
Mm.
to any problem. I mean, that's why I love books. Is like it's just someone that was obsessed with an issue and they have a solution. So you should, like, if you want to try it, you can try it, or you can find your own way. Either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my big thing about the self-help books is it's like literally someone that like was going through the
Was
same
been
shit
there.
at one point.
Mm-hmm. Who's been there?
They're like
and,
the survivor.
They've tried something and something worked for them.
Yeah. So much
Best
so that
case,
they
it
were
worked for you.
inspired to write a book.
Yeah. Write it down for somebody else.
And that's nuts. Like writing a book is so hard. And to have like enough courage to do that, I'm like, okay, this guy probably is a pro. Or a girl, whoever they are.
They know.
Like,
They
probably
know
did
what's
solve
going
the
on.
problem. And maybe it'll work for me.
Yeah.
So what's your game plan, man?
I don't know.
That's what that's what I love about things like the gym is like you can measure it, your improvement. You literally just say like next week I want to do more reps or I want to hit my goals, and it's just a number. But then like things like this, it's so hard to measure. How are you doing
Like
better
yeah.
at it?
And then what can you do to
Mm-hmm.
improve at it or resolve it?
Yeah. It becomes really hard.
I don't know. I don't know what my plan of attack for it is.
I mean, I feel like this is something that like you could talk to BJ about, BJamus, and he would understand. I just like from my. I mean, it sounds like you guys have been kind of hanging. It's a good reason also to see him not in gym shorts and a sleeveless shirt. Like, yo, BJ, I want to see you in that fresh outfit, bro. Let's grab drinks because I'm going through shit. And then.
But look fabulous.
Yeah, but we'll look good.
we'll
fucking
look good. Yeah. I don't know. I guess it's just like.
I mean, even just talking about it to me
myself
takes a
like,
ton of courage.
I think the first step is
sure
just. Yeah. I guess the first step would just be disapproving all the absurdities.
See, that's like so unmeasurable.
Writing down the thought, and then writing down why it's illogical, why it doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Just convincing yourself out of it. Just writing down the emotion, writing down the raw emotion, making logic out of that emotion, and whether or not it makes sense or doesn't make sense. If you feel like it still makes sense, then write down that follow-up emotion, then battle it with logic again.
Yep. And then you just keep doing it.
Yep.
And then eventually you get to a point where you're like, wow, I'm being dumb.
Yeah.
Most of the time it is. Literally, it's just like your mind being way too dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But it's really hard to dig out of it.
Yeah. That's why my book was saying, like, that's why you need to write it down. Because when you try to battle it in your mind is just going to keep wandering off to more and more different things before you can even fully, like, focus on, alright, here's that one emotion. Let me figure out how to deal with it. It's emotion, like, and it just keeps flooding and piling on top before you can fully deal with it. Because it's easier to deal with it piece by piece than just all those things in just one, like, convincing thought. But,
yeah. Yeah, I know, like,
I don't know.
One thing I started to do a while back was, like, I actually do, like, self-affirmations. I don't know if you, but it's, like, literally, like, to me, it's, like, writing down, like, an affirmation about myself that, like, I'm happy about for myself. So, like, each night when I write, before I go to bed, I write that, like, I love about myself. Because to me, it's, like, I mean, I've been all about the whole idea of you need to love yourself before anyone else can love you. And it's really fucking hard to love yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy. I spend so much time thinking about all the bad things about myself. All the things I could get better at. The list is endless. But that's how it is for everybody. That's literally how it is. So instead, I'm thinking, well, I gotta really write down what are the things I love about myself, because those are the things I want to show the world.
Yeah, those are things that are gonna shine to that person.
Yeah. And then it's nice because then, like, for me, I have a goal sometimes, and it's great because there's the nights where it's so easy. Like, it's like, oh, I mean, I love that I can, like, write, or I love that I can, like, give a good presentation. I love that I can, like, have a voice in a room, in a meeting, and, like, run it. And I love that. And then there's, like, days where it's, like, really hard to find and then I just look back and I say, well, damn, I remember this day when I, like, loved that I did this thing. I can write it again. And I can remind myself that, dude, I'm actually kind of sick. Because it's like, again, like, you need to be on your own. You have to be on your own side.
Yeah.
It's like, for me, I spent so much time battling my mind. I'm like, well, this is so dumb. We're the same. We're literally. We should be on the same side.
Mm.
And if I stay negative, we're always like, we're not helping. I'm not helping myself here. I had to fix that.
True.
So that's how I did it. That's how I'm
idea.
still doing it.
It's a good idea. It makes sense too. Just getting you into the mindset of thinking, but just forcing yourself to search for like a positive before you go to bed. Then go to bed well rested. That thought's still on your mind. That, you know, even if I feel like I'm garbage, I still have this one good quality, and then I can do this. And then it's go to bed. And it's just on your mind, and then you wake up and hopefully still there.
Yeah, I mean, it always will be. Unless like it's literally like I love how comfy my bed is.
And he gets fucking repoed. Like, what the fuck? What's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to me, like those are the things that you can do. I see it just like it's like mental exercise. You have to work your brain out in the way you think just as much as you do with any other muscle.
Mm.
And you have to train it to like think positively. Because every event, and the way I see the world now is like every event can be interpreted any way. And the only thing that can change is how you perceive it. And if you can perceive everything positively somehow, then life just gets better. And the converse of it is you can perceive every single, and then you like lose your mind and you get depressed.
Yeah.
You just stay in a dark spot. So if the thing you have to change is perspective, then that's easy to do. Not easy, but you can do things. You can just look for the beauty in everything and like find happiness and like write it down. It's like the same thing. It's like you want to write down the things that trigger emotional reactions from you, good and bad. So then you can always remember them. It's like on paper.
Yeah. Just keep a record and log so you can go back and see what to keep searching for, what to hopefully avoid.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. I do gotta go.
Yeah. Sorry, I was listening to the song. I was like, oh man, this song.
2 missed calls. Why do I have 2 missed calls from 2? Oh, sorry.
Hopefully not work.
Oh. Oh no, it's not. It's my friend.
Oh.
Yeah, it's. Sorry.
No,
I thought it
you're
was
good.
like I wanted to just make sure it wasn't her. She's at the airport, or she's like getting back from the airport. I wasn't sure if she like needed a ride or some shit, which I couldn't even help with. Now that I think about it, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Did you want to do the closing statement? This is the rough part.
The conclusion,
right?
Yeah.
'Cause if we're gonna go ahead and end it there. Sorry for bringing it down and real serious at the end there.
Don't say sorry.
And then we just kind of end.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Next podcast, we'll get better. We'll get better. I'll get better. Bring some positive vibes. Combat the negatives. And do our best. One day at a time.
One day at a time. I love that.
But
all right. Are you gonna count me off?
you want me to put up a timer?
Are we doing a timer? I have 1 minute, right?
Yeah. 1 minute. 1 minute for a conclusion. I'll give you. Do you need time to think about it?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna wing it.
Okay.
Well, not wing it, but you know.
I mean, you've been here. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So a minute conclusion. So just before. Okay. So this is what we'll do. So we'll end with the conclusion. It's raw ending. Okay. So now we're gonna do our quick sign offs things. Almost stall for time. I think this is good practice. Just to give give it time to really give you time to think about it. But so
Yeah.
it's a clean ending. Boom. Conclusion. We'll see you guys next time. But before we end, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna try to do this every week. So this is podcast number 8, podcast number 9. Normally it's gonna be on Mondays. Today was kind of impromptu day. Apologize, very last minute stuff. But we wanted to get out there. We didn't want to delay it for another week. Just get it done. We had time today, so we got it. My internet problems. I'm sorry that I'm dropping frames. Like I that's why I keep like looking off to the side because I'm just seeing like full red bar on like my stream quality. So I don't know if I'm actually dropping frames. It is a little bit. So I honestly don't know what it is. Maybe it's Discord. Maybe I like have to use a different like video chat program to smooth it out. But we'll work on it. I do have the raw recording, so it should be better. I hope. I know because of like the computer processing stuff. I know there are like small bits that may have been cut out, like audio wise. But I'll try to go through and fill that in. But podcast 9 will be next week, next Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you're there. You don't want to miss it. Things are just getting spicy. We've just started this journey, taken the first steps. That's what this podcast is, with keeping up with friends. And what better way to keep up with a good friend than my own blood brother? Send us home. Send us home, brother.
All right.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Whenever you're ready to go. I got the timer.
All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in to episode 8 of the podcast. The topic of discussion tonight was date night, and we kind of touched on that. We touched on a couple of different things, but we started on more of a little bit of a positive note. Pyrololo filled us in his date with Cami, is her stage name. They met on Tinder. She was pretty cute, and that was enough to get the swipe right. They went to Izzy Bon for a Korean barbecue, but the sparks just weren't there, and that just happens sometimes. And we get that. And you keep moving on, and you just figure out how do you get better for the next time. How do you like learn how to trigger those sparks, and how do you like, really show who you are to the dates. And we talked about that. It was pretty cool. The other thing we've talked about, which was really sick, is a new discovery. Is that 4 out of 4 girls prefer legs over abs. So we're going on the leg game now. And always focus on impressing yourself. Those are the lessons we've learned. But we get better and better each time. So tune in next time, Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, for episode 9.
I thought we were doing 9. Are we doing 8? I could do 8.
9.
Yeah, 9.
8?
For your time.
9.
Pretty sure it's 9.
Eastern.
9.
Sorry,
Worst case,
my bad. That's my bad, dude.
Worst case, just follow me here on Twitter. That's at PirateLolo514. You can see it down there. I'll usually tweet out when we're about to go live. If you follow me here on Twitch, I'm almost always 100% going to be live on Twitch. So if you follow me on Twitch, you'll get the notification when I go live as well. Yeah.
So with that, I bid you guys a good night.
We're out. Take care, everybody.
See you next week.
Bye.